Yo, what's going on, everybody?
They are throwing
Black
their
Pedro
panties at the
starting off
radio.
on one already. He's already on one.
I'm on my third cup of water, man.
On your third cup of water? Yo, what's going on, everybody? Yo, this is Savage as Fuck on Dash Comedy. Yo, I'm Shang.
This is Black Pedro.
And we are in the house at the Dash Studios, doing it in Hollywood, California. It's going to be crazy. We're going to talk about a lot of issues today. We got some fantastic guests that we're going to have. And we want to tell you right now, make sure you listen to the show, because we got to make sure you know that the show is actually going to be repeating. Wednesdays, it's at 7 to 9.
Pacific Standard Time.
And it just gets better with every listen.
And there you go. And then
Friday night.
And Friday night.
Repeat.
If you're driving somewhere, you can listen. Rewind. Go on, warrior. You can listen to it again Friday. Okay, so Friday
same time, 7 and 9 Pacific Standard Time. I know I had some friends on the East Coast. He was hitting me at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon his time, which was 1 o'clock here. Like, I don't hear the show. I'm like, you like 7 hours ahead of yourself right now.
Well, your friend is probably really stupid. Like,
no. This is what they're homies, man. But I get it. The time zones, it'll mess with people. So on the East Coast, it's like, that 10 to midnight, that listening hour. That's why I always put that listening voice. That.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, y'all ready for the,
Y'all ready for some Savage as Fuck? You can't even say that sexy, like, baby, you ready to get some of this Savage as Fuck?
Happy Valentine's Day. Let's get Savage as Fuck.
Yeah, so Savage as Fuck.
I tell you right now, we're going to have our other guests is going to stop in, but right now we have in the house, we have a young lady that has appeared on HBO's Def Jam, has appeared on all the shows. Actually, you've been on a lot of, as an actress. Not just as a comic, but as an actress, you've been on. We got Sandy Brown. Say it again. I'll knock you down.
Sandy Brown. Say it again. I'll knock you down.
Sandy Brown. And we got the classy. I love Twink. I don't know. I think now I'm getting used to it.
You like Twinkie?
I like Twinkie.
Do you know what it means?
No,
Please.
I don't.
Oh my goodness! It's because I'm yellow on the outside, white
Yeah,
on the inside.
it's like Oreo.
Wow.
It's like
that
was like back when AOL started, so it wasn't as racist then.
Okay, but it still
it
sounds
stuck.
pretty.
And if you call yourself that too, then it's just embracing a thing.
Yummy like a Twinkie.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
So many ways we could go.
And I just want to say that Sandy is. I can't wait until we have a video component, because she is in here with the hair. I call it freedom hair. Yeah. Freedom. It is. It's black girl magic. It is black girl magic, and I know it when I see it, because I see it when I know it.
We will post pictures up on the Facebook. Make sure you also add us on the Facebook. Like our Facebook page.
Yes.
I mean, don't fuck around. If anybody that likes our Facebook page, we will send you 4 boxes of Savage as Fuck Viagra.
Yes.
It's a new product we're going to be coming out.
And
it's for dicks that want to stay hard forever.
It's the ever hard dick. Ever would.
So you can hang clothes off of it. You can, you can poke holes in walls if you feel like it.
You could steer with it like your car. It's the first hands-free driving kit approved by the Transportation Association.
Yeah.
So.
You can do pull-ups with it.
You could do pull-ups the whole night.
Get it in every day.
Well, it depends
every
on
day.
It depends on.
I like how Get It In had a double entendre.
It had a double entendre. So let people know about some of the shows you've been on.
Say hi to the people, Sandy. Say hi to the people.
Hello, radio world.
Is that your radio?
Do you like me now?
Is that your radio voice? Is that your
It's my visiting.
You know how many people are gonna be like emailing in like their dick pics because you did that?
Oh, don't do it. If you send me a dick pic, I will respond to you with, "Ooh, you might want to see a doctor about that."
Oh, yeah. You know what though?
She gonna hit you with advice.
I've never understood the mentality that you thought, this will turn the ladies on.
Wait till she gets a load of me.
But like with me,
wait till she sees my ID in 2D.
I'd have to send mine, and they'd have to send mine in 2. It'd have to be 2 pictures.
Well, there goes the internet all jammed up.
I'm kidding.
It's a little bit too large for the drop box.
No, I'm kidding. I have a regular size dick. I don't. I can't poke nobody's eye out or chip a tooth. It just does what it does.
I don't even think that's what dicks are for. So
I don't know.
Consider it good.
Stop trying.
Stop trying to poke people's eyes out with your dick. Man. That's not the right thing to do.
Maybe you're doing the wrong shit.
Turn on the lights for a little bit. Turn on the lights so I can see you.
Trying to find all the ways to find out what it do.
Yeah, but no. Now, Sandy. Now I know a lot of your credits, but you should let the people know. I mean, does that sound narcissistic?
Well, it's funny because you know people may not know my name, but they know my work, and
They
they'll
see
come
the
up to me. I
face?
know you from such and such. What's that show? What's that show that you played that crazy lady on? I'm like, all of them.
As the
I'm known
crazy
as
friend.
like the neurotic chick on TV, and that's cool. It's cool, from Hannah Montana, regular, guest starring, recurring on that, to Malcolm and Eddie, to Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah,
Super fun.
of course. Yeah.
Tons of shows.
She's done a ton of shows. Put it that way.
This is what you call a working actress.
A working actress. Go to her website. Go to her website. Sandy, is it which? Do you
Sandy
change
Brown
it?
Live.
Yeah, that's a website. Make sure.
And Sandy Brown, join me. Are we friends
Social media.
on Facebook?
All your social media.
Are we friends on Instagram?
Instagram. It's
we should be.
Yeah, well,
Sandy Brown Live.
Sandy Brown.
Live.
Okay, so make sure. Also, want to let you know something. We're going to be doing a live comedy show. We're going to be at the Rec Room. At the Rec Room. So I don't know if y'all know what the Rec Room is.
Huntington Beach.
In Huntington Beach, we're going to be
California.
doing a show this Friday at 7:30. Make sure you come down to the Rec Room. It's the Dang Comedy Live. Now, I'm telling you right now,
Dang
it's going to be a
Entertainment.
very funny show. We got Kat Alvarado. Am I saying it right?
Alvarado.
Alvarado. I said Alvarado. I tried to make it sound
He's
like
like,
Spanish.
we got cat avocado. Which just sounds like a terrible dish.
Cat cilantro.
Yeah,
And that's our special
Cat
of the night.
cilantro is very funny
All her
comedian.
cousins.
But she's not going to be there.
She's
And
spicy.
we're going to have Darren Chase is going to be there. We're going to have Black Pedro will be in the house hosting.
Who that?
Yeah, who the hell is that? And I'm going to be actually doing the show too. I think I'm going up first.
Yeah.
I'm going up first.
Just-
I'm gonna
opening it up.
You're
I'm gonna
just there
open
for
it
the
up.
ride. You're just getting
hit 'em right out the back.
Yeah, I'm just going to ride and maybe get a sandwich while I'm down there. I'm not going to tell no jokes.
Try some bowling.
That would be like
I'm going to bowl a little green bowling. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's an entertainment complex, but make sure you come to the Rec Room where they have the comedy this Friday. Now we got all that shit out the way. We're gonna jump into the topics.
Business.
I want to say something also. All the people that we've been getting, all of the response on Facebook. Thank you so much, because it's like we're getting comments and people actually liking the page a lot. So we appreciate it. Tell your friends too about, Savage as Fuck. And if you do that, I really meant that about the t-shirts. You're like, we got product.
T-shirt?
We got t-shirts.
merch?
We're gonna have merch.
I've never had
It's gonna be
merch.
basically. It's gonna be.
Baby's
it's gonna
first
be,
merch.
It's gonna be.
Yay.
Don't cry.
Baby's first merch.
Don't you cry. Baby's first. There's no crying in radio.
They can't see me cry. They can't see it.
They can't see it, but that's why you can just go ahead and cry. Then.
They can feel the
Tears of
emotion,
merch.
though. They can feel the
They
emotion.
can feel the emotion. Now we got to talk about some of the crazy shit that's been going on in the world. The world is tripping.
Buckle up.
My world is completely sane. I live a wholesome life.
You live a wholesome
Blah,
life.
blah,
daily
blah.
routine
Pedro,
of cocaine and heroin
know
sandwiches.
You had to give. Remember, you did a joke about you had to give blowjobs to your car for
I did.
like 2
I
years.
did that. Bitch, I did that. Okay, I did the crime. I
Wait,
did
you
the time.
stopped? You stopped doing that?
No,
It didn't appreciate me no more.
Get done with it.
Yeah, once the judge said I didn't have to anymore.
if you're still sucking on
Got that.
a pipe to get your car started,
No,
then,
man,
then you just like doing shit like that.
now I just crank her up in the front like everybody else. Man.
Exactly.
No,
But
yeah.
There's been a lot of crazy
Crazy.
shit going on right now. By the way, if you don't know who Michael Cohen is our president's lawyer.
Colt 45.
Yes, and Colt 45's lawyer. And guess what? The FBI raided that motherfucker's house. Not only did they raid it, they kicked the door in on some
Office-
like,
no.
on some like they kicked the
No,
door
they
in, they
didn't.
kicked the door and said, "Hey, bitches, get on the ground, bitches."
Everybody freeze! It's like I think he has a 14-year-old daughter. They kicked her in the chest. Get her! She got a gun.
Yeah, they like, but if she was black, they would have found the gun some kind of way.
No,
But
they,
she got an iPhone. Shoot her then. Why didn't you shoot her with an iPhone in the hand?
I think they had the little smoke bombs they threw in them.
Yeah, but no, they did take his phone out of his hand when he opened the door. They took the phone out of his hand and they walked in and they immediately grabbed his computers.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of drama going on. And then Trump lost his fucking mind. Did you see when Trump had a Twitter storm? After that, Trump started like, and you're mean, you're bad people.
The FBI is mean.
And another thing.
And another thing, did you
Busting through like Tang.
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
yeah.
Yes. That's
I mean-
crazy, but I heard that it's still everything that they found is on hold now because now they're questioning if they can even look at it.
Well, no. First of all, we got to understand though. Like, it does sound like like the cars pulled up and like there was a real like the cannon with the battering ram. Like, none of this kind of stuff on this level ever occurs without judges giving
if
warrants.
It did, I'd still be a lawyer then.
Right.
No.
I would still be a lawyer if that shit happened all the time. That'd be fun as fuck.
Yeah.
Be like, get that bitch.
Easy defense.
Now I gotta go to entertainment.
Yeah, you roll in and just start smacking people.
Right. No. I mean,
Shut your mouth.
Backhanded.
But that being said, as far as I understand, they had full permission from a judge to go to his office and home.
And the judge is a Republican.
Gather information.
From New York.
I like that.
He was a judge from New York. It wasn't like it was some judge from like California. Like, hey, we're out here eating kale and we're mad at Trump.
Vermont judge.
It was, and you know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part of it. Everybody that's fucking with him mostly are Republicans.
Well, they have the
Isn't that
majority.
They have a majority, so it's and just Republicans don't like him. But Trump has lost his mind. He's tweeting. He's mad. He's very mad right now. I'm very mad at everybody. And he's like, I mean, that he has the most sensitive little bitch ass fucking feelings out of all of the fucking presidents. They called Obama, listen, nigga boy, and he didn't trip out like that. But
Right.
Trump, you say one thing, and he's like whining and crying, like, "Oh my God, why you treat me so bad?"
Yeah.
Why? You know what? Pull your pants up, bitch.
Because what's that smell? Oh, impeachment. Maybe.
Yeah, that's impeachment.
Maybe.
I mean, it was
They're not
always.
gonna impeach him.
How could he not have thought that impeachment was a possibility at all times with all the shit that he's done?
No, he doesn't think that.
he thinks he's in the ultimate seat of privilege.
Well, that's gonna be a huge
He's in
disappointment
trouble.
for him.
One thing
He's
that
gonna be
trouble.
very disappointed.
I think
one
he's in
thing that it appears that he may bring some people down with him, because one thing that was revealed yesterday through Cohen and his presence in court is that your boy or his boy or the Trump's own boy, Mr. Sean Hannity.
Sean Hannity's
Major dickhead over at Fox News, like just a major piece of donkey lint.
like out of all of the people, I did not see that coming.
But
Right, I knew he was fucking
you,
part of
you
it.
didn't see it coming, but at this point, you're like, it makes perfect sense.
It makes sense.
Explains
Right now,
everything.
it's like what actually needs to happen for any difference to be made.
Exactly.
It's like I'm actually just kind of calling it. Like we'll see it. We'll see when it happens.
But
Yeah,
it's a
because
spe-
Donald
it is
Trump is savage as fuck too, because
Oh,
he
yeah.
be getting away with shit like
He's
all
Yeah,
of this
I
is
just stuck my
savage.
finger
All
in
of
the-
this is savage.
stuck my finger in the baby's butthole, but I'm all right.
He's the most savage.
They but like Hannity, right? Like when the whole FBI raid and investigation, all that, he's always sort of been poo-pooing this and on it, and like shading it as a sort of fake news or witch hunt
And has been his
situation
bodyguard, essentially,
through the
deflecting
media,
everything.
exactly, a media shield,
Yes.
if you will, right?
Yes.
Right. So, so there's a clear. Well, we'll see what comes of this association with Cohen, but there's there's a clear
I think,
possibility.
one, he's gonna get
there's
fired.
a
I hope
possibility
he
for
gets fired.
conflict of interest.
I hope he gets fired. And then I hope I see him like down at like a homeless shelter, like sucking another homeless dude's dick.
There's no.
I can't. I really just so he can get a meal. I'm at a point now with all of these people. All of them, I not that I would want to rape a dude, but like if I had to rape a bunch of dudes,
Honestly,
If you
it
had
would be-
to, is
if
that what
I
you're
had
saying?
to- if I had to, like,
Is that
if
where
I-
we're- that's the
like,
scenario.
If it was like, yo, I got a gun to your head if you don't rape these 4 Republicans.
honestly,
I would be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna enjoy this.
I'm so happy that you are an extremely busy man in this game, because I honestly dread the day when you spend it driving around looking for homeless dudes sucking each other's dick, man. Are you Hannity?
I knew it.
Are you
I
Cohen?
knew
Cohen,
it.
is that you? All right, continue. Continue your
My bad.
blowjob.
I'm
My
sorry.
bad. I thought you was somebody
I
else.
thought you was somebody else, man. My bad. I thought you was somebody else.
All right.
Keep doing your thing.
Back to the topic.
But back to the topic. I don't even know how it made a curve to homeless
Okay,
dick.
but
Hashtag homeless dick, everybody.
hey,
You know what? But if I was
You don't
homeless,
even
I
need
would
a
try to fuck
hashtag.
everything because I ain't got no roof. I ain't got no house.
ain't got nothing to
I'm going
lose.
to get some pleasure. I ain't got no food.
it's
so I'm
only
getting,
up from here.
Yeah. So that's exactly. So the
Hannity,
thing-
of course, is denying it.
No, he's
He
hot.
initially
he's
did,
denying
and
levels of
then there's been a little bit of backpedaling on that, like
A lot of
oh well, yeah,
backpedaling.
no, we talked, you know what I'm saying, but
Yeah, we hung out.
We've talked, but
So-
we haven't.
so
we-
he,
I mean,
but
we did,
in
and
his,
that should be
we both
confidential.
sucked a homeless dude's dick together. But that don't make us friends.
Yeah. In his denial, and at this point, I'm gonna give a shout out to an old friend of mine, a college sweetheart, Laura Coates. She's now a legal analyst for CNN.
Nice.
And I clicked on a piece, and it happened to be written by her. But she brought up a great point that in Hannity's denial of their initial sort of even relationship as lawyer-client, he is now opened up a window for confidentiality, right? To be questioned at all, and for possibly all material regarding any interaction with Cohen and Hannity to be up for grabs.
Because you can't say that you're not a client and then expect client privilege.
Right, that's
exactly.
the whole thing.
Yeah, no, they're all of them. All of them. He called. He called. What's the fucking guy's name? See, I'm running a blank. By the way, everybody, I was really high last night, so this show might be a little different than the other show.
And by last night, he means for breakfast.
This morning I had
a weed omelet,
a weed and Cheerios. It's always the best. No,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
just tell you right now.
And
Mueller. Is it Mueller?
Yeah.
Mueller.
Is it Mueller?
FBI.
Mueller.
And
No, he's saying he called him a scumbag, and I mean Trump just went in like he's like a child. He's like a child that that says shit in like school, like, well, fuck you. Well, you look at your feet.
You're
he's just
ugly.
like,
No, your
you're
mom
ugly.
is.
Your mom's ugly. So he's kind of. He's so
know you
bitch
are.
made. He's so bitch made. Like that's what we used to call people who act like that. Look at you with your bitch made ass. Right now. He can't deny. It kills me where okay, all you Trump supporters that probably aren't gonna listen to the fucking show anyway. We just had our other guests come in the building.
We're talking about before we keep shitting on.
No, but there's a lot of information to give out. It's a very funny comic.
Drum roll.
Coming. Yeah, drum roll. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, very, very, very funny man, good friend of mine. We often travel a lot together on the road and try and keep each other from getting arrested.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, that's truth.
He keeps me from getting arrested.
But in the process, I end up indicting myself or whatever. Give it up for the very, very funny friend of mine, comedian, actor, Kevin Shea, y'all.
Kevin Shea. Kevin Shea
Shea.
building on Savage A.F. Let me tell you something.
Savage as fuck.
How's it going?
Savage
as fuck.
A.F.
You know what? You know why I like? Other than he seems like the calmest person in the world, and he's fucking not. Like
He's
everybody
not.
thinks he's super chill, and he's not chill at all.
He's always
I'd be
the angriest person in the room.
I've seen him before. He's funny, and he's funny, but his act is like off stage. You're not as chill as everybody think you are.
No, not at all. I almost fucking lost my shit. Can I?
Oh yeah, of
Please
course.
do.
Yeah, I almost
Please
lost
do.
my shit.
The show is called Savage as fuck. By
on
the way.
the way out,
I mean,
I'm
I think
talking
you
to my
can use
mom
profanity.
and my sister, and I got this Amazon earpiece for $17. It was the Amazon deal of the fucking day.
Been there. Been
And
there.
they can't hear me. My mom, my sister who doesn't curse at all goes, Kevin, your service is shitty. I was like, it's not the fucking service. It's the earpiece.
Right.
I'm just losing it in the car. I'm like getting sweaty. You know how your back gets wet because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
pissed
Wow.
off over this
'Cause you're
dumb
pissed off.
Amazon earpiece. I'm just, if you're listening to this show
Yeah.
and you see those dumb
you mean if?
Amazon deal
which
of the
ones?
days.
They have like a million of them.
Well, this one's for anything.
I own a lot.
But
of
you
them.
can still.
I
I
own a
mean,
good
you
majority.
can't just say it was your earpiece. Then.
No. It's
You just have to restart it,
Amazon
Kevin.
deal of the day. It's horseshit. They're getting rid. It's deal of the day
It's
because
the
no one's
dump of-
buying it. No
It's
one's
like-
buying it.
It's like it's like if you see produce at reduced price or whatever, that's about to go bad price. That's-
About to go.
So basically, you bought a banana
Got to go
with a bunch
today.
of brown spots.
Yep.
That's basically.
It's on me. It's on me.
That's you.
A
So-
refurbished
but
banana.
a
with lots of
highly
brown
bruised,
So I-
extremely bruised. Yeah, man.
What?
Who parked here?
Uh-oh. That's not us.
That's not
that's
us.
definitely
We're
not
good.
us.
We're good. We're the
Do
good
you
kids.
look like? Do we look like Cadillac owning Mercedes? Mother? No.
No,
Yet.
but like
I don't park here
I think
anymore
with
since I hit the
Kevin.
boss's
I think
car.
that because like sometimes if I saw him at the Improv and he's just talking to somebody, everything. Hey man, he's super chill, man. Like if his foot was on fire, he'd probably be like, "Wow, my foot's on fire." It happens. No, he's not like that at
No.
all. And his act. Well, no, your act though. I'm just gonna keep it real. Like the first time I saw you do a set, I thought, wow, he's definitely gonna get in trouble as he gets older. like as he gets older,
I
because
don't know. What do you mean?
Yeah.
like, it just seems like your tolerance.
He's on a dark path.
Yeah, your tolerance,
Anakin Skywalker.
like, even like you just said about the thing,
the
your
force is
tolerance
strong.
level is like this earpiece is bullshit.
It is bullshit.
See, I'm losing my shit over the earpiece. Then all of a sudden he's just gonna get out the car and just sucker punch an old lady, and she's gonna fucking slide down the
man.
street. I'm saying not now.
No.
But
Do you
as
know?
you get older, your tolerance
Do you
level
know the
goes away.
story? I'm such an idiot, especially when I drink about Taco Bell with me and Pedro.
Oh shit! No. I've never-
Oh man.
So
This
is
motherfucker.
that the almost the arrested?
No. Well,
Well,
no. This is
we
almost.
almost got shot.
This is almost getting shot at Venice and
Wait,
and
what?
La Brea.
The fuck?
Well, not
Okay,
a,
we'll
well,
go
not
back to the
that's
topic.
that's
We gonna
You
go
be
back to
exactly.
the
gangbanging
topics
without
in a
me,
minute.
Pedro?
That's
Cassie
yeah.
put down her phone.
I thought.
What?
Yeah.
It was like one of those
Gang
things.
banging without me?
You think you out of the life, and then Kevin pulls you right back
Right,
in,
yeah.
right?
It was just
Every time I get out,
Oh my
No, it was-
god.
pull me back in.
It was one of those things. We pulled in the drive. We had ordered our thing or whatever, but we end up behind this car. It's like a BMW 745 or whatever.
I don't even know
And
what the
yeah,
fuck that is.
This is the 7 Series Beamer, right? The big one. And
Okay, I'm sorry,
the
Mr.
trunk.
Fancy Pants.
The
I'm
trunk
sorry
is
about
rattling.
Pedro.
You know, it's like, it's got the music going. You know, I think they call it hip hop. And but the dude is out of the car and he's at the window, like talking with the lady, but for like 5 minutes now.
5
You know what I mean? Like,
minutes.
which in drive through time, that's like
It's like 4 days.
That's 17
Yeah.
weeks. You know what I'm saying? So.
A baby can be born.
So
Yeah.
Kevin, thought it would be a good idea to get out the car and, it addressed this dude in jeans and a white tee.
Wow.
Wait,
Dress, accost.
but let's preface this with an hour before we were downtown at
I forgot about that
You
part.
forgot about this. What's the name of that? It's one of those fancy rooftop hotels. Do you know
Yeah.
Louis Cat?
W.
Louis Katz, he's having
He had
his
a show
birthday
there,
party.
yeah.
And we go downstairs and downtown, that fucking area. It's,
It's-
a little skeezy.
It's a little skeezy.
Yeah, a little skeezy.
Like
So-
there's
On one block
herpes
and then
on
it-
the walls.
Exactly.
yeah, so
Yeah.
we
Classy
went,
one block, then it turns
Exactly.
to thriller on the next. Yes.
so we went and got burritos at
Yep.
the stand, and it's us.
I wasn't even eating actually, because there was a other group of people there, and I think I had come down later.
You had come down later.
so you
and-
were already eating.
And he had been talking to this girl with these group of guys,
Yep.
and this fucking guy, I'm sitting
Some
there just
dude,
going,
random
all I
dude.
wanted to do was just sit and eat the burrito in peace next to the sidewalk, under the tables. He fucking grabs my burrito. Like
Okay, yeah, that's
yeah.
that-
Then
I lost my
I would
fucking
lose my
shit.
shit. I would lose my shit.
So-
Yeah.
You don't fuck with
lost
food.
it.
and that's the point at which I'm coming downstairs. So I'm coming onto the street, and Kevin is starting to get riled up, right? And so we all start holding him back. And at the point in which I enter it, Kevin is yelling, "You want my burrito? You want my
Come get
burrito?"
my burrito. Come get my burrito. Here, it's yours. Come get it right now. I'm
Which
like,
is just not.
losing
It's
it.
not something that one man should ever
Yeah,
be yelling to
burrito.
another.
And the
Saying
guy-
like on the streets, "You want my burrito?"
If I heard it like, you want my burrito? Do you want this burrito?
Come and get some
bitch?
burrito then.
what that burrito do?
What's funny is I'm little. I'm a little Asian guy. So,
You're not. Yeah, stop it.
but no, I'm a little Asian guy, and this guy, he was total frat boy.
Yeah.
Total
Frat guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
frat guy, and I think he was.
But
just
he didn't
drunk.
react. Yeah, he was drunk. He,
was
just kind of
so
sat
drunk,
there staring
and then,
like.
and then everyone didn't know what's going on. So I'm already upset.
But who had the burrito?
We just threw it away because I wasn't gonna eat it.
was touched by frat boys.
You know
I
what?
would be so
I would have
angry.
sidekicked him
Yes.
as hard as
Oh,
like
so
I really
bad.
would
I'm
have.
glad that everyone is on my side.
Yeah, I would have
Yeah,
been
of
like,
course.
well, now you're gonna have to get sidekicked. So I'm gonna have to drag and kick you in the forehead. No, I really know how to do that shit, so I would have
Yeah,
did
yeah.
it as hard as possible.
But I've never
Ribcage.
had anyone do that ever.
Yeah.
In my entire life.
Don't walk up to people. I don't even
don't
touch
touch their
people.
food.
Don't touch my food.
When a
Oh my
man
God.
touch another man burrito, see,
Yeah.
That's a whole
there,
other
there
level.
are people
That's
you
a
can
whole
talk
other
to.
level.
There are
Right.
this feel like a high school counselor. Have your burrito been
So-
touched?
Yeah.
This happened to me.
Have any?
This happened to me
How
too.
come your high school counselors never talk right either? They're like, "Have your burrito been touched? Have your burrito been touched?
That's racist.
Did
That
they
is-
thaw?
that is
Did they thaw
very
your
racist.
burrito?
So after that, we're heading back to his house. We're like, I'm still hungry.
So you stop it. That's
We
when
gotta
the,
get to Taco Bell.
And I'm
when
already
the Taco
upset.
Bell
For another
incident
burrito.
happened.
And now we
Hurry
waiting
up.
for a shitty $1 burrito.
$1 burrito
with Fritos
so-
in it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my! Can I just say that is a deal worth taking?
Just
The
to.
dollar burrito.
No, see, don't. I didn't mean to bring it up because that's gonna get this motherfucker
if
a
you
whole
like
other
your
thing.
heart to be clogged, with
death.
I love it.
If you miss jail, that's why you ordered that burrito.
I can't believe. Really? Just for they have those?
It's
I never eat there.
And that is really a jailhouse recipe.
Do you eat
for
that
real.
stuff?
No, not anymore.
Oh, okay.
No, I never really did.
You never really did? It's so good.
Shang has a doctor who advises him.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's so good. So we're waiting.
Yeah, and then so just to crunch it down, like Kevin, he goes up to the dude and he's like, "Hey man, you mind if we just get up?" And he's trying to like talk past him to the girl at the thing. So finally, long story short, the dude comes up to my window and he's like, "Hey, is that your boy?" And I'm like,
Oh, no.
"Yeah, that's my friend."
No.
He's like,
So you already know, you already
"Your boy about to get y'all shot in this motherfucker." Walking
Wow.
up to my thing,
It was
I'm
one of those things. And
yeah, bro.
The guy
I was like,
the guy comes,
No.
The guy comes into my face and he goes, "What the fuck you talking about?" I'm like, "Man, I just want to get a burrito. I'm just trying to order." And the girl behind the window girl was just shaking her head.
She's
No,
like, no.
Don't
she's
you
like,
do it,
no,
don't you do
no.
it.
But
that's
here's why-
OG Henry Lowe.
See, here's how I knew he wasn't like a real gangster. He goes, "I'm gonna go back and get 4 of my boys." I'm like, "Dude, I'm 2 feet shorter than you."
But
he was
height
being
means
cordial,
nothing.
and he didn't want his third strike. Is obviously what he was trying
And
to
He
avoid.
doesn't know how far.
But
how
here's
deep
the
you
best
roll.
part. Like Pedro's usually the calm one, and I'm just like, "Hey man," and he goes, the gangster guy, he goes, "You're drunk." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Get this drunk ass away from me!" And Pedro just starts beeping the horn, and he goes, "Kevin, get in the fucking car!" I'm like,
Because
"All right."
Kevin's still like,
I'm
but
like-
man. I'm like, dog, just get in the fucking car, man.
Just wants his
get a
burrito.
burrito.
But
Get a
with-
burrito somewhere
But
else.
with all that being said, he did get in the car and leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody got shot.
Yeah. I think he understood.
What do you mean? Nobody got shot? You know what? The fact that you have to preface it. Well, at least nobody got
Yeah,
shot.
at least
We
nobody
went to
got shot.
Taco Bell and nobody got shot.
That's
What?
fucking horrible. Are
That's
you
a good day.
We like to call that
Today
Tuesday.
was a good day. You know what I'm saying?
Today, but what's going on with it, man? No,
You know,
I'm saying, but still.
someone stuck their hand in my popcorn a couple months ago.
See, that's not cool
I
either.
know. I was at San
Oh,
Luis
no, that-
Obispo.
oh, hell no.
At the
Well,
comedy festival
That's
there.
where you fucked up. That's where
Yeah.
you fucked
It was
up.
the
Have
best.
you
it was,
had anything like that happen?
it
Never
was
had
bad.
anything
I
just
cursed him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Big
should have.
time.
You should.
And then he bought me a new one.
Okay,
There
so he
you go.
apologized.
Now,
Yeah.
if somebody walks up and sticks their dick in your popcorn,
If somebody touch your burrito,
Wait a second, isn't that
I
the
want
move?
you to call.
That's the move.
you're supposed to do that normally, but there's certain people
Is
supposed to
is
be
that
in
the-
there already.
Is that
that's
your
off
first?
limits.
That's how they
Alright.
know you're interested.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
All right. Speaking
But
of,
yeah, no.
I mean,
he-
Sandy, you've had a guy
So-
come up to
sorry.
you that way. Come on.
I
Sorry, I
saw.
had to make that story long. But
No,
this-
no, no, no.
this-
No,
that's
no,
fine. It's fine.
You know,
So moral of the story is he's not chill.
Yeah. No. Fuck no.
But only
No,
about
no.
food. I feel you. I think, but
No,
I'm also
not just
I'm
food.
also
no,
crazy.
No, I'm talking about
it's-
stand up wise. I've seen
Really?
and your tolerance for other comics too.
Yes,
that's
I'm
why I
telling
see
the
it. Oh
truth.
yeah, yeah, no,
Tell
for
it-
sure.
I'm telling
yeah.
the truth. Look at this fucking guy.
I get better. I'm getting better. I just walk away now.
You
Yeah.
watch comics on stage
Yeah.
like, look at this fucking guy. Why don't you juggle while you're doing Michael Jackson jokes? You bitch ass comic with
I've
your
been-
bitch ass jokes.
I've been at the bar at the Improv with Kevin, and you know, one of them
Oh my
fucking
God.
wacky out of town guys comes up like,
man.
"Hey guys, what's going on? Pull my finger, honk honk." And Kevin's just like, "Stop doing your fucking material."
Oh my god.
It's like just shut his whole shit
him
down.
down.
Like, welcome to LA, motherfucker. Shut up.
But I'm adopted. I'm adopted, so there's a lot. There's a lot of anger issues.
There's a lot
with
of
that.
anger
Yeah,
issues.
yeah,
I
yeah.
understand.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I understand.
Don't
But,
do your.
but I'm getting better at keeping
Who would
my
have
mouth
given you
shut.
away?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No,
Not
but
getting
I thought
shot
I
at
was
the
so
time.
I was.
savage.
He knows I'm right. There's.
No,
Oh, yeah,
you're
no.
right.
I've
you're
been
right.
on shows with
No,
him. I've
you're
been
right.
around.
That's why he's on this show. He's
There you
savage
go.
as fuck.
You are savage.
He's an animal.
You missed some of the things we started
Okay.
off with. We were talking
Speaking
about
of animals, speaking of savage,
Speaking of
as fuck.
savage, speaking of animals,
Savage A F.
We're talking about
I like
the.
it.
I say Savage A.F., which is always funny, but people think is as fuck, but it's both. It's always funny and it's as fuck.
Yeah.
Always
So-
funny as fuck.
Always funny as fuck. Bam, bam. Woo!
Watch out now.
Shit just be
Yeah.
happening. Shit happen all the time.
Savage AF.
But no, we were talking about the fact that Michael Cohen is about to he's about to get raped in prison.
Oh,
I think he's going to go away. I think he's going to be the fall guy for Trump. Like if anybody is going to get it, he's going to get it.
drop it in a
Michael
second.
Flynn is definitely going to get it because he's already admitted to it. Michael
this
Flynn,
is-
he flat out said,
yeah.
"Yeah, I lied to the fucking FBI."
This is all tied into, by the way, our president, Code 45, having extramarital relations with a porn star.
Which
Unprotected
And
sex.
why? Why?
Unprotected
Why-
sex.
Why is he
with a
outside
porn
getting
star.
porn star when he's got porn star at home?
I know,
No,
right?
yeah,
Exactly.
but, but she's not. No, she's not the level of porn. I seen some of Stormy's work.
She's hot.
Stormy's work is
She
top
was.
notch.
She was.
She's top shelf.
She's retired now. She was.
She's
on that
retired,
life.
but when she was at her pussy
But by the
peak
way-
powers,
right.
Is that right?
But she
Have you done the
she
research?
reminds him of
You've done
his
research?
daughter. She reminds him of
That's
his
the
daughter.
thing.
Had
Everybody reminds him of
unprotected
his
sex
daughter.
with her, and now that is a possible, takedown for his whole administration.
Why?
Because potentially the $130,000 that was used to
was
hush her
campaign,
what could potentially came through the campaign from Michael Cohen.
and you
So
cannot do that through campaign finances.
you
That's,
can't.
That's
against the
actually
law.
not why we donate money to campaigns. It's not actually to pay off hookers to
not
shut
to-
up
it's
about
not
the
Through an
potential.
LLC.
But
Through an
isn't-
LLC.
But let's
And
be
did
honest.
you say an LLC?
That's what they're.
Yes.
No, I know he paid it, but no, you can't do that.
Campaign money doesn't just go to the campaign. Don't we all know that?
No,
No,
but it's not
but if you get
specifically.
caught-
But once
for
it
But if
comes
you get
out, yeah,
caught-
of course,
Right.
of course.
What is it jail time?
fuck yeah.
Impeachment. It could be
Well,
impeachment.
no, for him it's impeachment. For the lawyer, it's jail time.
I think they would have to prove Trump's knowledge and involvement in it.
Which they will,
but it
because
would
he's a
definitely.
dummy. He keeps talking out on his
he
own.
probably tweeted about it.
Yeah,
Michael
he's
Cohen
talking
has
out to his
all
own.
the secrets, though. He's got all the secrets.
He got all the
He
secrets.
does have all the
It's about
secrets.
to
Oh,
go
and
down.
I heard the
camera in everybody's room. He knows everything about everyone.
and there's rumors that he'll take a deal. You know what I mean? Which a lot of these
looks like
guys
he'll
fold.
take a deal.
Yeah,
They all-
yeah. they-
four of
come
them
on.
already took a
He
deal.
looks like
Yeah.
he's taken a few deals.
Yeah. Meal
Yeah.
deals.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that when you hear about how many things are going on in the White House, and there's a lot of people that don't pay attention to it, but we try to make sure that you know this is going on.
We bring it to
Between
you.
tariffs, he's putting tariffs on China, and China's like, hey,
Wait, we
fuck
could tariff
you.
your ass right back.
We tariff your ass right back and fuck you
and we
over.
need them.
He said Mexico was going to build. Mexico was supposed to pay for the
Yeah.
wall.
You know what
and
the
then Mexico's like, we're not paying for these fucking wall.
With the tariffs, the 99-cent store is about to be the $99 store.
Okay.
Y'all realize
In
that,
a
right?
minute.
That's where we're all gonna be up in arms. That's what it's gonna take.
It's gonna
What?
be the
It's
best
gonna take that?
potholder you ever bought in your fucking life.
What you
homie.
mean for a Tupperware $99?
All of Amazon's going to be the deal of the day.
Everything. You're going to get those shitty earphones. But
So this is saying that Stormy Daniels can say whatever she wants because the money wasn't legit. Is
No.
that
Yes.
what it is?
no, the money was legit, but
She tried to nullify the deal.
Yeah, I think I think they're in the process.
Is that possible?
yes.
That's
Yeah.
Because he spoke out on it himself on Air Force One.
Because I get weird about all these non-disclosure
non-disclosure agreements.
NDAs.
Aren't you fucking doing it to keep your mouth shut? Like, can't you get in trouble if you open your
But
mouth?
Trump,
It just
no,
depends
no.
on it's a contract just like any other
It's a contract like
So
any
it
other
depends
contract,
on
but
what.
both sides cannot.
Oh yeah.
And Trump spoke out on it.
Oh, so she
On Air Force One.
Yeah, he already
also-
violated it.
I was
Also-
wondering, yeah, because
so-
she kept asking,
also-
can
so
we?
it's not. It's
Also-
she's saying that his act it invalidates. the
Also,
contract.
also, one important
wasn't
detail.
signed.
I remember he never signed it, and that was from the 60 Minutes piece. Also, they were asking her to lie too about what happened, and
Not
she was
just to
like,
not
"I'm willing,
disclose,
I'm
but to
willing to
lie."
shut up, but not tell a story, tell a narrative for you guys." You know what I mean? So that was also part of her impetus.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? It's just an affair. People cheat.
No, but
Well,
that's
I mean,
not,
but you don't want-
It's
you-
not the affair.
She's
It's
our
the-
best.
it's the-
She's
he
the
was
best
fucking,
weapon.
He was fucking a bunch of skanky assholes. It wasn't that. He has a like
Not
a
just top
litany.
shelf, not
Just top shelf. No,
Middle shelf,
I'm
lower
saying
shelf.
Stormy in the porn.
Wait, hold on.
Off the
Frito
shelf.
burrito level pussy.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like the chick from Taco Bell.
Yeah. It's not the best
That value
burrito
menu.
pussy.
But it'll
Value
satisfy
menu.
you.
It'll satisfy you
3
unless you're
a.m.
gonna get shot
And it
by a
might get you
gangster
shot.
dude.
It might get you
It's
shot.
a different $5 box. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
it's totally. But I'm saying right now, between the tariffs, Stormy Daniels.
the tax cut.
The
right?
tax cut that's
So-
not working out. Apparently, we are going to get hit with it. The middle class and lower class is going to get hammered because of it.
I also read a
unless
piece-
you're top 1%. If you're top 1%, then you're in the mix.
I also read a piece that some Goldman Sachs analysts are actually predicting that maybe corporate entities won't even be taking full advantage of the tax break because it won't
exempts
serve them. It won't serve them as much. Like they'd rather focus energy into straight revenue gain rather than
Well, they're
focus
about-
on
wait
any
for the
tax
long
cut
game.
incentives
Yeah. Wait
because.
for it to make sense in 2027.
Yeah, but it does. Yeah, right now, like they were saying that they were experiencing better tax incentives from 2016 as compared to
Was
now.
that- was
that's-
that under
and
Obama?
that's- Yeah, I mean,
Wait a minute. Was that under Obama?
don't go
The
spreading them
guy
lies.
from Africa?
Stop spreading them
It
lies
couldn't
just
have
because
been
they true.
of him.
Well, you mean Obama from Wakanda? The same Obama?
They should. The sequel should have
Don't
an island
freeze.
named Obama.
No, it's like
It's like I'm a distant cousin from Obama.
Like that would be so cool if
the name
Obama
going.
showed up in Black Panther too.
Obama Panther.
It's like Obama Panther.
He's like the
freeze.
Bruce. He's like
So
the
what
Alfred.
what does this all mean? Trump is gonna get impeached? I don't.
No,
that's-
but you know
it
he
goes
got
back
so
to
much
the
other shit
question.
going on. He's got so much other shit going on.
Always.
It's a combination. They had to. He should have got impeached a long time ago.
Well,
to be real, but the Republicans are the majority, so the motherfuckers are not gonna do shit because they got the spine of a fucking jellyfish, and jellyfish don't
Do you-
really have
do you guys
spines.
think-
We see what he did though, right?
What?
I mean, the heat comes down, pressure's on. What does any president do? Bomb, bomb, bomb,
Blow
bomb,
up some
bomb, bomb,
shit.
bomb, bomb, bomb. So they're just bombing Syria.
We're bombing Syria.
We spent 220.
Detroit. They're bombing Detroit.
They spent $224 million on that airstrike in Syria. And I saw that Sean King posted this. You guys know him? He's an ever woke journalist. Stay woke.
Wasn't he a great running back for the Buccaneers?
Sounds like
He's
it.
a very good running back.
224 million on that strike. Estimated cost to fix the pipes in Flint. How much? $55 million. $55 million estimated pipe repair.
But we don't want we want our black kids to die as much as possible.
But that doesn't make world news.
Yeah,
You know,
we
it
want
doesn't
black kids to
cover
die
up.
of metal
Let me ask you guys.
in their urine.
Can I ask you guys something? Trump is horrible, but do you think it's so bad it's doing better for the country, whereas everyone's so angry, so people are taking more action? Does that make sense?
I mean, yeah,
Do you
like,
mean?
yeah,
Like-
I would rather know, like
Like
I
the
would
dark
rather
before
know
the dawn.
somebody is being shitty than somebody be on some stealth mode shit.
It's like the reason why you respect the South for its racism.
Yeah,
you
so-
know what I'm saying? Because
Overt racism.
yeah,
But
it's
I feel
overt.
like-
It's right there. They're like, "Hey, niggers, you want some pie?" You know what I'm saying? You're like, "What the fuck
Did
was
you
that?"
just call me I love pie.
I
What
do.
kind of pie? What kind
I
of
do
pie?
actually want
If you
some
got
pie.
some peach pie.
What kind of pie?
You know what? I'm gonna be a nigger this one time.
That smells good as shit.
And after this time,
That banana cream.
like, you can't say that next week. You can't call me nigger. But
Yeah.
today,
But-
I want a piece of that fucking pie. What is that? What is that? Cherry? What is that?
I see what
But
you're
Do
saying.
you know what I'm saying? Because whether you believe in any of the movements or not, at least it's happening because it would not have happened
Yeah.
before.
Now,
But did it need to happen? But
Well,
we don't
I
know
mean,
that.
why
They're
not?
too, it's too,
Maybe-
but
maybe,
it's not
maybe.
just that happening.
I mean,
though, right?
I can't
Yeah,
sit
no, I
here
get
and
what
say
you're saying.
whether it's good or
Yeah,
not
no,
right
you
now,
got-
but
got-
the
you-
women's movement.
Yeah.
Think about because what he said, you had that million women come to DC, and then you have a lot more minorities
the
speaking out.
younger
You have more-
generations
you
with
also-
the gun
you
laws.
also-
gun laws, do you mean? It's just one of those things.
Hold
where
on.
I'm not saying he's a good president.
No, I
But
get it.
No, fuck no.
But it brings out. It's not just bringing out that, right? It's not just mobilizing
bringing out
liberals.
the evils,
like you
too.
got
I
the
get it. I
hundreds
get
of
that.
thousands in Charlotte with tiki torches. You know, like
These will
But
not
he-
replace us.
and they
That was his original parade.
and people like Hannity, right? Who
was his
who
parade.
probably will be jumping ship very soon, I admit, right? Like people like Hannity have helped to fuel that whole thought process and get those guys riled up anyway. So like they're buying into that. It's hard to convince these people, these Trump supporters, that any of this news about like the FBI, like these are the people who believe the FBI are on a witch hunt.
It's
you know what I mean? And that,
it's
and that Russia is fake news and all
it's
that stuff,
hard
right?
to gauge because not everyone who voted for, and this is just coming from personal standpoint. My family's from Pennsylvania.
Right.
I'm adopted. They're white, very conservative. They just go to work, they come home. So my mom voted for Trump, thinking, "Oh my God, all these Mexicans are gonna come and kill us." she told me that. She goes, "Our country's
Wait a
not
minute,
safe."
your mom did what? Hold up. You can't just gloss over that shit.
So she
Try to
goes-
go to the
Again,
next
adopted.
sentence.
He's adopted.
No,
I give a fuck.
No, we got that part. We got that
it's
part.
one of-
It's not in the blood.
It's
We
one
get
of those
that.
things where I try to talk to my mom because people in California, we know who's gonna in California, Washington, Oregon, New York. We know how those states are gonna swing.
Right.
So my buddy, Tall Mike, you know Tall Mike,
Yeah.
Jew Mike. We call him Jew Mike.
Jew Mike.
So
He's a good
little-
kid.
He
Nice.
works for
went from
he works
Tall.
for the city. He works for the mayor, and he's like, you gotta convince your mom to vote for Hillary or just not Trump, because he was explaining
No,
that
Hillary. It had to be Hillary.
he was explaining that, but that's also not right either. I think people should have a choice
Yeah,
when
they
it comes to
should. They
voting.
should. But,
But-
in
I
this
wanted
case,
Kanye West to go in there.
in this case,
But it's one of those things where he's like, you got to convince your mom because her vote in Pennsylvania will actually make a difference.
Yeah.
Like my vote in California, we know how it's going to go. Is
But-
more
but yeah,
than likely,
Pennsylvania, yeah.
Pennsylvania, Michigan,
Ohio.
Wisconsin
and those
was
states
important.
swung.
Wisconsin,
which
But
normally
no,
they
but not
don't.
by much. 73,000.
But that's what I'm
total.
saying. Like my mom.
That's
my mom's
yeah.
vote,
That's where he does.
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
That's
so
your mom's fault.
my mom, my sister is totally my mom, my sister, and just my sister and my mom.
I'm just saying, don't bring your sister, your mom around me.
so it's one of those things where
Because it's going down, dude.
But it is one of those things where we can't, as liberals, quote unquote, get conservative thinking, oh, everybody who votes for Trump is horrible.
But I'm not
Yeah,
a
but
liberal.
even-
no,
I'm
no.
not a liberal.
I'm not a liberal.
I'm not a
more of
Republican either.
I'm more,
I'm
more of a conservative liberal. That's how I would say it.
What Trump did is
He's scared.
he's able to appeal to a lot of different
The outliers.
spectrum of,
but he
of
but
conservative
also,
people.
but also Hillary
so,
had a pass, so you have.
It's not just that. Trump has, since the 80s, he's been associated with opulence, you're rich and famous and things like that.
Yep.
Then people went into speeches. Then he went into speaking with his books.
Right.
So people go to seminars and things like that. So they're part of that lifestyle. The Trump, I'm in this hotel. Oh, I'm in his plush robes. I want that lifestyle. So he's been that guru, that authority figure. Like, I want what he's doing, and he can show me how to do that. That's long before The Apprentice. So The Apprentice is just icing on the cake, where he's in their living room every week. They're used to him. He's part of the family.
He's
Wait a minute,
firing
So
people.
it doesn't matter.
Hold up.
So it's like, so he's
so
running
was
for
Dukes of
president.
Hazzard
No,
was in
but it's
people's living
different.
room. Who
It's
gives a
different
fuck?
because it's homegrown. I
fuck?
trust this
There's a
man.
lot
I
of
want
shit
to
in the
be
living
like
room.
this man.
And Love and hip-hop's in
But
people's
it's
living room.
important to hear
also, unlike
the other side.
unlike
Fuck
Duke,
the other side.
No,
Y'all
but
can eat a bag
unlike
of dicks.
unlike Dukes of Hazzard though, that's a scripted sort of fantasy
Right.
Right, they
fantasy
see him
show.
and they want
but
to be
our
him.
reality, I'm doing air quotes for the people at home, but our reality TV.
You're on radio,
And so they're
Pedro.
like,
To
well,
Sandy's
why
point,
not Trump?
Pedro, your
And
air
they
quotes
still
don't
see
apply
that.
here.
Do you
They
think?
still say, they look at him and go, well, why not Trump?
Then
Oh,
it
he's
fuck
okay.
them
He did this,
too.
he did that.
No, I
That's
get
why
it.
he's Teflon
Why-
Don, because they're allowing him to do
Teflon
anything.
Listen,
Whoa, whoa,
but when are people gonna just be on some real shit and be like, I want to see the one announcer on CNN just come on, listen. This motherfucker's a serial liar. Fuck him and everybody
They know that. They
voted
see
for
that.
him.
They've been told
so
that. And
I'm
they're
no
like,
longer
well-
giving the people, well, I'm going to see your side of it because you're a Republican.
But,
Fuck you, man.
Even if CNN did that, guess what? The people who needed to hear that message are watching Hannity on Fox News say the complete opposite.
yeah, but
And
they
back him
still
up on
and they're
everything.
believing
they
that
lost
shit.
by millions. They didn't lose by like a
don't
couple
care,
hundred.
and it's
The
enough.
popular
It's
vote,
enough.
and it's
That-
about to be
it's
a
enough.
wrap.
That doesn't have
Do you-
anything
do
to
you
do
think- yeah.
with like.
I mean, going
Al
forward,
Gore won the popular vote. That shit doesn't matter.
It
You know what I'm
doesn't
saying?
matter.
Like that like yeah, we can't make that
It matters
argument.
on
like,
American Idol, bitches.
do you guys think
I would
going forward, so this doesn't happen again? Shouldn't they have some kind of fucking law? In order to be president, you have to held office at some point, at some level.
that would help to me.
Do you mean like
there
I
are
don't? I want.
laws. It's very we went. There are laws. They can't restrict too much because then it doesn't represent the Constitution itself.
Yeah, but god damn.
Yeah.
I mean, if you work at Jimmy John's, you gotta at least have some experience.
Yeah,
Do you mean?
if I'm gonna work at a dentist's office,
Yeah.
you got to know that
That's what's
teeth
dri-
are supposed to be in your face.
But that's one of the
What-
shifts. Now you're going to go
well-
with people
But
who
that's
have
up
no
to
experience.
us.
They're like, I'm running.
No, that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
I don't want
And
any
Dwayne
of that.
Johnson's
Is that a good
running.
thing? I don't want The Rock as president
I want
either.
the Rock as president. Fuck that.
I do.
That's hilarious.
That would be interesting.
That'd be the shit.
It's
Dwayne
interesting.
Johnson as president and the 46th president of the United States.
Do you know who he'd be the same president from Idiocracy? Do you remember Debo when Debo was
President
Camacho?
I mean, would that be awesome? Can you smell what the Rock is cooking, baby?
Hey, if
Come
we
on,
ever
I
got
love it.
if we ever got attacked by a giant wolf, alligator,
A
and
giant, yeah, and,
gorilla,
and
or
plus
whatever,
his vice president can be George
or Kevin Hart,
or Kevin Hart.
and then we could just have fun at press
Always
conference.
Kevin. Always Kevin Hart.
Come on, Okay, so what it is? Come on, let me tell you.
All right.
All right.
So it's interesting. You know,
He's like the black Joe Pesci of comics.
Oh my God.
Like if you look
Richer.
at Joe Pesci in
But
Lethal
richer.
Weapon,
hey,
that was Kevin Hart is.
Did you see Dwayne? Did you see Dwayne? Did you see D Wade clown him yesterday?
No.
Oh, D Wade took over the game against the Sixers,
that was embarrassing.
against Kevin Shea's Sixers.
Yes.
Hit the dagger, and Kevin Hart's on the sidelines playing the new Spike Lee role, like just trying
No,
to get
he's
at.
a
he
huge.
is?
Trying to
no,
get at.
no,
Yeah,
I
he's a
know
Philly
him.
guy. He's a Philly guy. So
huge
yeah, no, he's from
Philly
Philly.
fan.
Yeah, of course.
So
Huge
he's
Philly
the-
fan.
okay.
The reporter in the post game interview asked Dwayne Wade, what got you, because he had like a 28-point performance, and Dwayne Wade's like 36 years old, right? And they asked him, what was inspired that? He was like, Kevin Hart. He was like, when people talk to you like that and just get you riled up, Kevin Hart.
He wasn't kidding.
No. I mean,
He was serious.
He delivered it well and dry, and he was giving them, because it was Kevin Hart and Allen Iverson sitting side by side or whatever, mouthing off and stuff other people were saying. So he gave it to him. But anyway, I want to go right back to this Donald Trump point real quick, because it's interesting. You ask, like, shouldn't he have some experience?
Yeah.
And Sandy brought up, The Apprentice or whatever, and it's like, if you think about America and our current political process and how closely it's tied to corporate America,
Right.
to some people, Trump had the perfect experience to run America, which would be as a corporation and outside of the
Because they're
political process.
stupid.
He's a businessman, and he's treating the country as a side hustle. Do you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Hold up. Look, he got bankrupt. He was bankrupt 7 times.
Of course.
What about those Trump steaks? Yeah, those are killing it. The fuck out of here. Let me tell you something. Trump University,
Red meat.
get the fuck
Do you
out
like
of here.
gray
Trump
meat?
Airlines, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
All of the shit he did was horrible, other than The Apprentice. The Apprentice definitely was a hit. And even that shit was mad corny. That was for corny ass. I'm going to keep it real. And anybody that's white listening, you're not going to like this part. So just
Fuck your feelings. Fuck your feelings.
If you one of those white people that are down south and like, I like him because he's like me. He's never been like you, you stupid bitches. All right? Just go back to licking windows and eating crayons because you're a fucking idiot.
In that order.
That's the thing.
Crayons.
They think he's just like
They
them.
think he's not. He's nothing like them, and that is why
barely
I don't
human.
have any sympathy. I used to be like, at first, let's see their side of it. Maybe they have feelings. All of them individually, all of them can be pushed down a flight of steps. Like I would do one at a time.
Do you think they like him because they think they have a rich friend now?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know what I mean? They're like,
I mean, people.
does
He'll
that make
step
sense?
over them.
In their minds.
In
as
their
somebody
minds,
else.
they're like, he relates. He's like, oh, he's our rich,
I've
distant
stayed
friend.
at his hotel.
Yeah.
You know
what? That's what it's got to be.
That's
That
what it is.
it's got
Because
to
he
be that
stayed in the
weird.
hotel.
They
Our
embraced
president.
him
And then they
as
go
one of
back
their
to the
own.
house and start passing around the family tooth. Fuck these bitches.
I'm trying to do that with my brand, so I can't really hate.
Okay, well that's true.
Everybody go to Dang
All right,
Comedy.
I'm a little
Dang
hyped
Entertainment.
up. Go to Dang Comedy. Yeah, that was a plug and a half right there. Yeah, Dang Comedy
let's
Live.
move
But that's always what scared me
me
most
pretty sick.
about the whole Code 45 phenomenon is the people behind him. When they say things like, well, he thinks like us, it's usually in relation to some xenophobic, racial,
Always.
anti-woman,
Always.
machoistic bullshit.
As a woman,
and it's just like,
as a
if
woman,
that's how
you
you,
don't share that
if
with
that's
them.
how you think, America has a much bigger problem than Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a way bigger problem than the fucknut in office. Like, it's about the people, whether it was the popular vote or not. He was popular. Like, even if he lost by a few million, that's a lot of millions of votes he got.
Yeah, well,
a lot of
don't
people
count
who
it.
either think like that or have an economic policy that basically says fuck the middle class and the poor.
We want our
And
country
that's
back.
a problem.
We
That's a
want our
problem.
fucking country back.
Yeah, man.
We want to be. We want to go back to hanging you motherfuckers in trees.
Well, speaking of that, I think that's a great transition to.
Yeah, we
to
gonna
our-
talk about that.
our
How smooth is that?
It's like, great to bring up lynching, Shane.
Hey, by the way,
And Philadelphia,
anybody-
a city that should lynch itself after this damn Starbucks incident. You guys.
Yeah, what
Wow.
exactly happened? I don't.
What? Nothing happened except
Nothing.
two black men got arrested for sitting in a Starbucks.
Oh, thank God.
lit-
Yeah.
Thank fucking
It
God.
is about
See?
time.
Yeah, it's
Again.
about time.
Savage.
What did they? No, they just sat there and they called the cops on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
So.
were awaiting a friend.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
heard it was a white friend too.
Yep.
Yep.
It really was. Yeah. So
The guy in the video. The
Yeah,
guy in the,
the guy-
video
the
who's
guy-
asking questions at the end. That's the friend.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
he's a real estate.
Innocent bystander is really helpful.
He's a real
That's why
estate
he was like,
investor there to
"What
meet.
happened? What
meet-
did they do?"
They're there to meet about a real estate deal.
Yeah.
Right. The manager asked them, or one of the employees asked them to make a purchase. Right.
Right.
And they're
Okay.
like, we're waiting on somebody.
Yeah.
And they get accused of trespassing.
and
and the
that was
manager,
bullshit,
the
though.
manager calls the cops.
Oh God.
And
says
the cops
that-
go, and so as infuriating as that is, to me, this whole incident really highlights a problem with our policing in that just because somebody calls 911 and says something's going on or calls the
Does
cops,
not
in,
mean
like
come
come
in
in and assess the
And
goddamn
arrest these-
situation.
and they got arrested. They were in jail for 9 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, one, it wasn't Starbucks. It was, if Starbucks was at fault, it was the fucking cops. If you came in and you assessed it, if you came in and assessed that these kids are just chilling, waiting for somebody, then you're
and a third person who looks like you comes in like, bro, I'm waiting for them so that we can have a meeting.
All I know is that you niggers aren't allowed to have Starbucks anymore.
I know there was a white person who was filming it, a young lady. I don't have her name. Yes,
and there was the other white guy going, dude, they didn't do anything wrong.
That's the guy that they were meeting. That's his friend. Their friend.
I'm just here to meet them. What's the problem?
And the young lady, like part of her statement was just like, you know, as white people, we're all sitting here like, why does we all sit and wait for friends and stuff? Right. It's a polite thing to do.
Yeah, but you know what?
Why doesn't this happen to us?
Those black men, they had a latte. Get them.
I wish I was.
Can't have a latte. You're not allowed to have a latte.
They were causing trouble.
You know what? So much trouble. And if they had a burrito in their hand, it would have went down.
They were trying to steal one of those fancy mugs. I saw it. Wait, here's the thing.
Kevin be like, you want my latte?
Wait, I just want to know the response time. That's pretty amazing in Philadelphia
for these cops.
Yeah, for these cops.
There's a lady being raped down the fucking street.
That's what I'm saying.
They couldn't show up for the lady being raped down the street, but those two black dudes in Starbucks, get them.
Considering the number of white people as witnesses in the Starbucks, I'm gonna go ahead and say it was in a gentrified.
It was a very
okay. So they're probably down the block.
A very white Starbucks.
Were the cops white or black?
Maybe they were having coffee together.
There was one black cop.
I saw one black cop.
And he's Omarosa's dad. He's Stacey Dash's cousin.
Oh, was he?
I saw like 4 cops. Weren't there like 4
Let me
cops?
ask you, do you guys get mad at that when you see
Yeah.
I am mad more about the videos that have come out since then.
What?
Because I've seen a couple of videos where there's one where these 2 black women are at a hotel.
Yeah.
And the manager of the hotel is like going from 0 to 100 like immediately, and she doesn't even know she's being recorded.
Right.
And it's like, wow, and that infuriates me because I'm like, look at all the bullshit that people have to go through, thinking that they're being rational, but they're actually just being racist and hateful.
Yeah.
And they don't even realize it.
I saw
that's how the fucking world is, baby.
Another Starbucks video got released after this about a
bathroom,
guy.
the bathroom code.
Yeah. A guy, you know, he kind of, the video starts off just on the bathroom door. And it's there for like a couple minutes, and finally it cracks open, and he interviews the dude who comes out the bathroom.
Totally
like,
does.
Hey man, what's your name? Blah blah blah. He's like, so let me ask you, did you buy anything before you went in the bathroom? He was like, no, but I was about to get some food. He's like, oh, you're gonna get some food. He's like, how'd you get in the bathroom? He's like, well, I just asked for the code, and they gave you the code. Yeah, they gave me the code. And he's like, all right, let's go over here. And he goes to the counter.
Yeah, he goes, let's go. Come on.
And then of course the employee's like, please stop recording. I don't have to be recorded. You can't be here. But like. The point is they told this brother that he couldn't use the bathroom without buying anything.
We're not allowed to take a shit. We ain't allowed to drink coffee.
Can't stand it.
We can't.
But right behind him, they gave a code to a white dude without buying it.
If you're at a Starbucks and the bathroom has a code on it, that's not a great area.
Right.
If you fucking walk into that same bathroom and there's no mirror, get the fuck out of that neighborhood. Get the fuck out.
But I think that when I see black cops, when I see black people acting that way, I just think that, you know, it's that they caught in a coon cage. They basically they caught in a coon cage. And also they watched Django and they didn't like
they rooted for Sam.
They didn't like Jamie Foxx's character. They liked Samuel Jackson.
Do you feel like
look at that nigga on the horse?
Do you think these black cops feel the need to be more by the book? Because it was harder for them to get the job to begin with.
I mean, listen.
Because my dad was a cop for 20 years. You know what I mean?
And so I've mentioned it on the short. I've mentioned this on a previous show, but in 2013, the FBI did release an investigation that the KKK, white supremacist groups, neo-Nazis are heavily prevalent in urban police forces.
City,
so if you're a brother on a police force and it's predominantly white force, you're probably catching some hell on your own in some ways.
You might get shot like he had a gun.
And they do it in code. Partner. They do it in code where like 3 of them probably surrounded him at the locker after he's butt naked with a towel around him. They've got guns on their hip and they're like, "Hey, Jackson, we just wanted to make sure you're cool."
Because they could have used.
You're cool, right, said, Jackson?
They could have just said, "Hey,
I'm cool."
They could have just said to the manager at Starbucks, "Oh, this is not a big deal. They're waiting for their friend. Let them get their food."
That's what I mean. Wait
outside. Something simple. Because my dad was a cop.
But you shouldn't even have to do that.
And the idea is not to.
Starbucks.
My dad said it best when he was a cop. He goes, "I don't want to arrest people. It's too much paperwork. It's too much." Fucking paperwork.
Wait a minute, your dad didn't want to arrest people because of paperwork?
It's too much.
Yeah.
Also, small town cop.
My dad would have been like this.
I don't see people.
Allentown. My dad would have been like this. My dad would have been like, fuck it. Just buy something. Just buy something. That's it. And that would have been the end of it.
No.
That would have been the end of it.
First of all, Starbucks, I don't even drink coffee, and Starbucks coffee is shitty. I know this, right? So
like
the main thing
McDonald's
Starbucks
got good coffee.
The main thing Starbucks
You
is
sounded
good for.
so hood.
The main thing is good for is fucking loitering. It's like homeless people fucking are writing novels in every Starbucks around the world. Like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, let these guys sit here.
You're not so fancy, Starbucks.
There's no
Do you feel like it was Pete?
from Pete's Coffee.
He set it up.
Yeah, he
You think
set it
Pete
up.
was like, because it
He's
seems so
revenge.
crazy. I didn't know because I don't.
You find
read,
out these
I
two
only read
brothers
the
work for Coffee
headlines,
Bean.
and then I move on.
You don't read the rest of the.
No.
You read the headlines,
Wow.
I was
He only
America.
reads the headlines.
I was
Oh,
adopted.
This is so fucking
I don't have
horrible.
time for that
Who
horse
needs the
shit.
headlines?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand.
That's his excuse out of shit. Man, I'm
adopted.
adopted.
What do you
I don't
want
give a
from me?
fuck.
I don't think that works
No,
for everything.
No, you can't say
Everything.
Like, yeah,
Everything.
I got in a fight with a guy in Taco Bell.
I was adopted.
I was adopted.
You
It's not
raped
my
that
fault.
chick. I was adopted. What do you want? Oh no.
Oh, let's
No,
go.
was that the line? Was that the line?
Savage.
What if the lady was? What if she was adopted, and you accosted her? Does that kind of offset it like two magnets?
It's like
They-
two
it wouldn't
negatives
touch-
equal
yeah,
a
it wouldn't touch.
positive.
They would never
So
touch.
we would have to marry.
You'd
each
have to
other.
get married.
Yeah, we'd have to
because
get
after,
married.
like I
Be a
know.
love
That
child.
was my proposal.
We're both.
If
So
I
how
had a
did you
soundbite
guys
for
meet?
that.
No, I'll give you
In
an
an alley.
I'll
In
give
an
you an
alley.
example of what I mean about Starbucks. The fact that people have this association with Starbucks is upwardly mobile and classy, and no, it's fucking.
No, it's just a.
It's junk juice.
It's a junk
Stupid
coffee.
nastiness.
That's the bottom line. All
It's
right?
a sugar delivery mechanism. That's all it is. They're trying to get you whipped cream
Fuck
and
Starbucks.
caramel and all that shit. I do want to give a shout out to the brothers who did get arrested in this.
Oh, they're gonna get so
They're
much
so
money.
respectable.
Honestly,
they're gonna make so much money.
for
I hope they make
maintaining
money.
They're cool.
decorum
Yeah.
and being cool and
That's exactly what
staying
needs to
civil
happen.
You know
in a
what? I
situation,
would've
which isn't to say because when I first thought that I was like, wait, do I sound like the people who are like, well, why didn't they, for the people who get shot or whatever, like,
Right.
well, why didn't they just comply? You know what I mean? Like, because I certainly understand those frustrations of maybe a year of being pulled over like 100 times and then you snap on the 101, But these guys maintain their
calm,
cool,
yeah.
and I'm sure they understood
They
that.
knew they were on
listen,
video. They
we're
knew
about,
that-
we're about to.
You know
That
what?
they had
I
to- they had
would've-
to represent
I would sue
themselves.
Starbucks. I would sue like
the
Star
police
Lord
department?
from Galaxy, Guardians
Star
of the Galaxy,
Wars.
fucking Star Wars.
Settle
Get them
that picture
motherfuckers.
there
Disney
where the
had something to do with
Starbucks
this.
fairy
Shane would be,
Everybody's
Shane
getting
would be all over the internet.
Do you guys kind of wish that happened to you?
Oh,
Just-
fuck
all the
yeah.
time, all the time.
No,
I wish a motherfucker
Are you
would.
fucking
How
nuts?
that's gonna
Are you
turn out.
nuts?
I would
You
take
don't know
a-
how that's gonna turn out.
I would
If
take it.
Bland
I
went
would
to jail
take
and
it.
didn't
No,
come
no,
back.
he's right. She's
You know what
right.
I'm saying?
She's actually right.
Sandy, I would let somebody pistol whip me butt naked for $50 million.
Those guys are gonna get a settlement.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
absolutely.
not gonna get a settlement. They're gonna have. It's gonna be those two black guys, Starbucks. That's what it's gonna be.
Listen,
Formerly known as Starbucks.
Formerly known as
With their
Starbucks.
two
You know,
Even
but not-
if I got shot, like my YouTube page is gonna blow because
Wait,
it's gonna be
wait,
like
wait.
comedian Black
How-
Pedro,
how-
and they're gonna be
how
like, well, let
awesome-
me check him out.
How awesome would it be if
Mama
those
gets
two
paid.
guys
That's how I take care of
Right.
mom.
I'll just shoot you.
own that Starbucks and they just harass white people? Just harass.
So what are you
every
doing here,
single
bruh?
one. Yeah, what are you doing?
What you waiting
It's
for
a
somebody,
franchise.
bitch?
It is a franchise, isn't it? So
They
you can
t-
just
it-
buy one.
you know-
They turn it into like the Wiener Circle of.
Oh,
do you guys know
my
about the Wiener
God.
Circle
No,
in
no, no.
Chicago? It's this hot dog stand, all black staff, and the whole point is to go in there and get treated like shit. So it's near DePaul University,
I think I've heard about it.
and like the first time I walked in, the chick was coming from the back
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
tray, and she was like, "Who ordered a motherfucking cheeseburger?"
Yo.
And the little white girl was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
You better just eat that cheeseburger,
They turned it into the Starbucks.
Listen.
Who ordered a motherfucking venti?
Thank God.
Get your venti ass up here before I venti this shit into
I'm
your.
glad you told me about that because I'm gonna be in Chicago one weekend,
Yeah.
drunk. I'm like, "Fuck you!"
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you
I
talk to
told
me
you,
like
Kevin.
that.
Kevin.
So he waits until he's
Kevin's
drunk.
gonna
Kevin
get
waits until he's
older
drunk.
and-
to get
Exactly.
It's like the
mad.
Hulk.
Exactly.
It's like I hold it in.
Right.
All
Kevin's
day
gonna
long.
end up.
All
he's
day
gonna,
long.
it's
That's
gonna
the
be
secret.
Liquid courage.
That's the
right
secret.
around
Yeah.
right around 60-year-old Kevin's gonna be
Oh,
like, I
man.
bought a gun for a reason.
Oh,
I
you
want some fucking
motherfuckers.
Taco Bell right now. Listen,
I
you
wish a
listening-
motherfucker would.
Clint Eastwood, Gran Torino.
You're gonna be
What,
that
you
guy.
trying to be super cool?
Listen, you're listening to this Savage. You're listening to Savage as Fuck on Dash Comedy. We're gonna take a break right now, play a little bit of music, and then when we come back, we're gonna get into some of the other topics, and we're gonna try to figure out if we can make sure that Kevin doesn't hurt somebody.
No mass
And we're gonna
shooting.
see if Sandy has an opinion on this next one, and we want you to go in on it.
Ham.
Okay, I
Ham.
can't tell you
can't
right
wait.
now when we come back. You gotta go in ham on it. All right, Talk to you in a minute. Woo.
Yo. Yo.
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah. I want you to be mine tonight, baby. Yo, music has changed because that motherfucker sound like he needed throat lodgings.
I feel like somebody's holding his scrotum real tight.
like-
Right? He's just like, oh, say mine.
Like,
Give you the right burrito.
but this has been
I
a
love when
running
the burrito
theme
comes
through the
back.
Savage A.F.
Bring that burrito back.
Yeah, we had to bring it back in. Yo, we are back. We want to continue with the conversation. Thank you, and make sure I gotta let everybody know, and we got to make sure to download the app, download the Dash Radio app, so you can listen to Dash Comedy and you can listen to Savage as Fuck. Now, there's a lot of other shows on the network, but I'm gonna say right now, fuck them right now. Listen to us
right now.
And, I'm not saying I don't wish them success, but I want our success to eclipse their success, so we can buy them out and shut their show down.
Right now, nothing else but Savage A.F.
Yeah, and that's all I'm saying. I'm not upset at the other people doing well. I just don't want them to do as well as us.
That's it.
Yeah,
Hey,
so-
is it Dash Radio? Because you know there's a Dash taxi cab app.
Yeah, but no, it's Dash Radio.
No,
Okay.
Dash.
It's
Just
Dash
so
Radio.
people know.
Yeah,
Dash
Plus,
Radio.
plus, I think anybody who is still looking for a taxi is probably outside of our demographic.
Yeah. I don't think
But
a
they
lot
can
of people.
listen as well.
They don't
can
know about
listen
ride
too.
sharing yet. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
and if you're outside
Find
going
us.
taxi, then
Do you guys miss cabs at all?
I don't miss cabs at all.
At all.
no.
I like Uber, and I like.
Honestly, I get angry when I see a cab on the road. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? How do you still have a job?
I hate
Why don't
them.
you?
I hate the drivers.
I hate them.
The last taxi cab I was in, like, this is years ago.
Yeah.
But no, it was bad.
He started to complain about Uber. And I was just sitting in the back like, then why the fuck don't you drive for Uber? Like, what the fuck is wrong with
you
you,
know
John?
why?
Like,
Because
I didn't say it out loud.
Yeah,
You should have.
I regularly get in
memories-
fights with taxi drivers.
Yeah, my memories
regularly.
are in New York how they used to constantly pass us by. And you'd be in the street waiting for a taxi, and it'd be like, "Nope, black guy. I'm sorry, not picking you up." So my memories are all negative, and plus I wasn't adopted. So, but if I was adopted, I would have jumped in that taxi,
You could use that as an excuse.
I would have used that as an excuse to just beat him to death.
Do you know,
with like his own face?
Do you know who Greg Edwards is?
No.
Yeah.
He's a
know
comic.
Greg,
Love
yeah.
Greg.
We're in San Francisco, and this is what bothers me about Uber and Lyft. That fucking 200% upcharge.
Yeah, when it
so
gets
it was like
crazy.
a Saturday night. It was a 200% upcharge, and we were trying to get a cab. We were trying to go to the strip club.
Yeah.
So
Of course.
Yeah, of course. So we got a cab instead, and I was just yelling at him. I was like, you know you're obsolete. You're obsolete. You're done. Thank God.
Your time's over.
I go like this, thank God for Lyft and Uber, because it makes you act right. And then at the end of the ride, he goes, oh yeah, by the way, I also drive for Lyft. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, got your
damn it.
God
ass.
damn it. And he
Were you drinking?
And then he gave
Yes,
you,
of course I
and
was
then he
drinking.
gave you a burrito, and you felt better.
But you know what?
Full circle.
I don't like
Kevin will come for you.
back.
Don't you hate when Lyft and it? I get when cabs stink.
Right, but
Because yesterday I took a Lyft. I was in Denver to the airport, and it smelled like fart. Like the
Oh.
whole.
Well, that's
and
what
I couldn't tell
happened.
if it was the driver
no, that's what happened.
or.
No, he thought he could beef right quick.
Do you think?
And
And then he fucked up.
Yeah.
I've heard it. I've heard them fart.
No,
like, when
no,
they
you
fart.
haven't.
Yes, I have.
What do you say? Do you call
Didn't
him
say
out?
anything. No.
She's
She's a lady.
Head and rolls down the window.
Yeah, pretty much.
You
I don't
cough,
want no bad
you
rating.
cough for them like trying to
getting a
cover
bad
up any
rating system.
subsequent
That's
fart.
a thing too. They rate you, don't they?
Yeah.
The drivers
They rate
rate.
you.
My
It works both ways.
Right.
It does,
My
doesn't
rating
it?
is very
both ways.
good.
Ratings cut both
I have a
ways.
very good rating.
Cheese cuts both ways.
Like I like to get in the car. You know what? All of y'all going to hell.
Lauren, you know Lauren?
Yeah,
my
yeah,
lady
yeah,
friend,
yeah.
she got kicked out of Uber.
Ooh.
Because
How bad are her farts?
Her bad. No, she got in an argument with the driver, and you know how some of the corny ass drivers have the
candy?
She took the candy and threw it at him.
Yeah, no,
Hey, is
that'll
everybody
ding your
around you about to get in a fight?
rating.
That's
That'll ding it.
hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, you know what? That
You know-
was. I go, was it worth it? She goes, absolutely,
Well,
because he was being a dick.
Well,
fuck it.
Well, if you're being a dick,
Yeah,
fuck it.
yeah.
Well,
You
fuck
just-
it then.
You
Then you
deserve-
had it coming.
Yeah, butterscotch in your face.
I've had an Uber driver ask if I wanted to drop these guys off in the pool and go party.
What?
Like, you want to go drop these guys off and go party? I'm like,
Hey,
no.
yeah.
What did he look like?
Drop these guys off in the
I don't
pool.
actually remember.
If it was, let's say it was like Pedro, would you have done it? Because he's a good-looking
No,
guy.
she knows
No,
I'm a dick though.
Pedro has given me rides home.
Yeah.
No, I mean if it was a guy who looked like Pedro.
I wouldn't say no to any Uber driver asking to party after we drop these people off. I was like, no, I want to go home. That's why I
Oh,
called
so
Uber.
you said no.
She
yeah.
she's
Yeah.
like,
I was like,
But see,
no.
you
Do
were
your
being
job.
nice.
Get
You were
me
being
home
sweetheart.
I'm not gonna lie. If there was
You've
a
been a
woman
sweetheart.
driver, and she said, "Hey,
You know what? I actually had probably the last drunkest night I've had. I got a ride home from the Uber and I left my phone. So then the next day he came back to give me back my phone and he asked me out on a date. He very politely asked me out on a date and said, "Would you like to go out sometime?" And I said, yeah, hit me up, sure. And then he never hit me. I don't know if he hit me up. Like I was like,
So you gave him a
thought
number
about
to
it.
like Baskin Robbins
He
or
already
some
knew
shit.
my
Well, you
number
got the
because
number.
like he
Got
had
your
my
number
phone.
and he knows where you live.
Right, he knows all of the pertinent information.
Yeah, that's actually
he's
kind
out.
of scary.
He's got a weekly date where he stands outside your window.
And-
we going out
But
this
he
week?
saw me at my very. You know what I thought? I was like, he saw me at my very worst, so it could only go
no.
up from there.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Hey,
Like I was so drunk.
speaking of lady drivers, I think we mentioned that we want the ladies to drive this next topic, right? We get into hot topics, man.
I think we're actually gonna
and-
bring on.
But we're not gonna do it that way.
What?
No,
musical
because
intro?
because that's what really happened. I mean, this was the opening weekend of Coachella, right?
Oh, all right.
Was it?
What? Are we waiting on the music?
No, we were actually. I thought we were gonna bring on introduce our new intro song.
Oh, I didn't know
Oh.
we were doing that right now.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
You know what? Fuck it. Rock with it.
Well, go, Cassie Dang, go ahead and bang, girl. Give him the intro. We got our new intro music.
We have our artist here, Jay News.
J News.
So we
in
got
the He's Out.
in the house.
Is he?
Why don't you take on the booth?
Yeah.
Get on the mic, get on the mic.
There's a mic
That's
right
live
there.
right there.
So this song has not been.
And you
dropped
could tell
yet.
you could tell this song is about to have swag all over it. The way he got up out that seat.
Yeah,
Just
he's-
swagmatic. Swagmatic.
Why you doing your swag all over the place?
swinging.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Gotta
see?
do me.
Look at that.
I gotta do me. When I do what I do, you know what I'm saying?
Swagoo.
So Jay News has not dropped any of these songs that he's shared
All
with me.
exclusive.
But I've heard one of them, and
Yeah.
I think
Fire.
that it's perfect
All
for our
exclusive.
intro song. So should we just get into it? Should we just listen to it?
I say we get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get involved.
Get it.
So
let's
wait,
get it.
let's tell the people what they about to hear. J News, introduce yourself, man. Let them know who you are, what's going down.
What's going on? I go by the Audio Heisenberg J News.
Ooh.
You gotta listen to Welcome to Hollywood. It's unreleased, but released right now. So
Yeah.
stay tuned.
What they call that? World premiere.
Worldwide. All right, you gotta play it right
Oh
there.
yeah. I thought why did it get so quiet?
Yeah, I was like,
She's doing it. She
Mad quiet.
Mr. DJ. What's working?
we almost there. It's
Working,
and
right?
we're slaves to technology, man. You know
Technology.
that's how it is.
All right, well, listen, while we waiting for it to play, yo, it was supposed to come right in.
Wait, I'm gonna interview you real quick, man. Let's
Yeah,
talk about
like
you,
we
man.
just gonna get a quick interview because you here
Yeah.
and
might
you
as
got the
well.
music, so you might as well let everybody know what the deal is.
Where you from? Where you repping?
I'm from Minnesota.
Minnesota, yeah.
Minnesota.
Yo,
Hey,
Minnesota
that's
is
thousands of
the
them.
Them some
hotbed for hip hop.
Some of the
RIP to
meanest
Prince.
streets.
I'm fucking
Some of
with
the
you, son.
Yeah, no, of course. I have an old friend from St. Paul.
His name's
Word.
Prince.
Spent some time there. I wanted to.
Okay.
Are you from that area at all?
I'm
or-
from Minneapolis.
From Minneapolis.
So you're
Okay.
from Minneapolis?
The only thing
Yeah.
the blackest thing I know about St. Paul is an event called Rondo Days. You know about that?
Oh man, it be cracking. But it's a certain time you supposed to go because motherfuckers be getting shot. And
Of
shit.
course.
It's like,
Oh
shit.
my God.
But
that sounds
Round
like
Days,
Taco Bell to me.
it be popping.
That's what all black
Is
positive
it-
events
is it-
are
is
about.
it-
It's like
Yeah.
when you're not gonna get
Is
shot.
it basically Freaknik in the snow?
No, it's a summertime
It's a
event.
summertime
Oh, okay,
thing.
okay.
We don't have snow all year round.
Well, I don't know.
Well, that's not what I heard about Minneapolis.
Party all the time. Party all the time.
All right, we got it.
I never heard that about Minneapolis.
Yeah. So you where you based now? You out here in La Ligadale?
Yeah, I'm in Hollywood.
Are we doing
area.
it? Is that the song coming
Yeah,
in?
this is it.
Okay.
We was
okay.
waiting for your song to come in, and apparently it didn't come in on time. But that
But
ain't.
we got
so
it.
what?
It's
So
here
what?
now.
It's fucking savage as fuck. Eat it. Thank you very much, man. And we're gonna play this shit a lot. So we should have that on the break instead of some of the shit we was just listening to on the break.
For sure.
He had to decide if he'd let us use it.
I get
I'm
that.
gonna let y'all use it. It's just going, behind the scenes work going on right now.
Yeah,
I feel you. I feel you.
But no, for sure, that is perfect, and that was a very good call on your part, young lady.
No.
It's just very good.
That was legit hot. So I wouldn't just go throwing that around town. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
But it was dope.
I put I put the sunglasses on. If I had a black jacket, I'd be in that too, man. This nigga had me fully in the mood.
That's real talk. Like usually I'd be like, if you'd have had some shit that was horrible, I'd be like, the fuck you doing?
This is Savage as
I'd
well.
be like,
got
get the
Savage
fuck
on
out of
the
here
last
with that shit. What you doing, dude?
Yeah.
But no, it's actually that shit I would listen to, and I'm allowed to have a copy for the house, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You have to edit it.
I did.
I will edit it.
I did not expect that.
No?
It was a lot harder because I'm looking at you. Look at how you look so
Hey,
clean
he seems
cut.
so nice.
Yeah,
We already talked about them Rondo days. We already talked about them Rondo days.
Yeah,
And then I'm
right.
like, Jesus.
Yeah, and you with this song you can't go to Starbucks. You know
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah, not at
Cocaine
all.
on the table? Nah.
You can't
they
walk to
allowing
Starbucks.
that.
I'm gonna have to call
That song is here
911.
to start something.
I'm gonna start to call
Well,
911.
thank you for your opinion.
No,
I love
no,
your grinding.
Check 'em out.
It is like
God, I love that song. I love white bitches and cocaine.
Right? Like, you're
I'm just
welcome to
like,
Hollywood.
how can you go wrong?
Welcome to Hollywood.
Welcome to Hollywood.
White
We will
bitches
hang
and
out.
cocaine.
Hit him again. What's the
Yeah, we'll get in touch.
What's the name of the track again?
Welcome to Hollywood.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Welcome to Hollywood, and make sure you let people know about your Twitter and your Instagram. Yes,
All your
people
social
still
media.
use Twitter. All
Give
your
it to
social
them.
media.
Yeah, you can find me on J News Instagram, JAYNEWZ. On Twitter, The Real J News, and my website, www.jnews.com.
Okay,
You know.
that's how you're supposed to do that shit.
Yeah.
And we got to also let everybody here know, because we want you to know that are listening to the show about our social media too, because we're all individuals.
Yeah.
Because that's how we do it. No, we do it all the time.
Self-promotion.
We
It's very
always-
nice. It's very nice.
we make sure.
Self-promotion.
It was
All right?
adorable. You guys are all on your social media.
We always do that. So make sure, let them know, Sandy.
Sandy Brown Live.
Sandy Brown Live.
At Sandy Brown
At
Live.
Sandy Brown Live.
Yeah.
At Kevin Shea Comedy.
Yeah. Myself at Black Pedro. Instagram. Hit me.
At Twinkie. TWNKEE. No eyes.
And my new one is called White Bitches and Cocaine.
Yeah.
No, mine's
Welcome
not.
to
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's actually
come back.
it's comedian Shang for Twitter and Instagram. And I'm gonna put hashtag right after that, white bitches and cocaine. I got my black leather suit on. See, now you got me singing the song, son.
Can we
New York
already
City.
get the
What's your
song
deal?
now?
No, it's still it's
okay.
soon though.
Okay.
It's very
okay.
behind the scenes.
It's a great song.
I'm way under.
You know how
I'm
people
way,
blow smoke up
you know?
your ass?
Yeah.
I don't know where that
No,
came
it's a
from,
great
blowing
song.
smoke up people's ass. I never did that. And I've been with a lady and I've never blown smoke up somebody's ass. So
No.
But the saying.
And that was in Vegas.
That
That
sounds
was
fun.
the saying, blow smoke up your ass. I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. This shit is, you.
That was fire.
And a year from now, you ain't gonna even talk to us. He gonna walk past us like, yeah, man, I can't talk right now. And he's gonna hire midgets to hand him shit off the ground.
That's it.
Because I
too
don't feel
tall.
like bending
Did I
down.
drop that?
Get that for me,
me.
choo choo.
Jimmy Choo, what?
That's
Hey.
what every midget servant is named Choo Choo.
Servant. Midget servant. Like that's a taxable category. Of,
Or
of
Brad
employees.
I'm writing this shit off. Oh, that's fucked up and true.
All right.
I love Brad so much.
Hey, so speaking of hot music, though, right? Now can I transition into it?
Yes.
Transition.
Into them hot
Yes,
topics right there. So, and the reason why we definitely want to hear from, I think, Sandy and Cassie. And I don't know where you stand
Yo, I gotta say
on
something.
the Bay thing. What?
Somebody just hit me on Instagram saying, Kevin's right, burritos are life.
It's true.
See?
It's true.
No, we're not saying that. It's just with Fritos in them and all that,
Oh,
you
so
might have
good.
charges up against you. You know what I'm
I
saying?
understand burrito. Oh, that's so hilarious.
Woo! Frito burritos.
That's it. It'll save
that was
lives.
This is my pecking order: white bitches, cocaine, and Frito,
Frito
burritos.
burritos.
That's so good.
They
for
ca-
all
they
the-
ca-
So good.
They call that the golden triangle.
For all the for all the women that
The
we don't want you
Mexican
to think
triangle.
we are talking about you. We're not talking about all white bitches. We're talking about
Yeah.
No, but
We know what
are.
it is. We
Yeah,
know
we
what
are.
it is.
specific
I love white bitch.
cocaine loving white
Exactly.
bitches.
Oh man, I had
Hollywood.
I had one of those for 8 months.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it was the
She
8
was
mo-
nutty.
She was nuts.
Oh, man.
For 8 months.
I love you,
She was
Brittany. Come back to
fantastic.
me.
All we did was cocaine and fuck. And after 8 months, I was like, I can't. I can't
I
do
guess
this.
enough is enough.
Yeah, enough is enough.
Yeah,
it didn't
it's
take
true.
8
I had
weeks.
one of those
It
too.
took 8 months.
His name was
8
Brad.
months.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Okay, yeah, we got time.
We
Brad,
do a
Sorry.
show here too. We do a
Go
show
for
here
it.
too.
Go for it. You
No,
go for
no,
it.
you-
No, all right, I'll go for it. Listen, we got to talk about a couple things music-wise. One, Beyonce killed it at Coachella.
She keeps
Slang it
killing
down.
it.
She slang it. She killed it. And I think Beyonce right now, even though I didn't think she's going to be able to come back after like popping out that many kids. And no, I'm serious, because after that, you got to take a break.
Yeah.
You got to take a break. But no, she still can dance and looks good. And like, you know what I'm saying? She killed it right now. Out of all of them, even though there was other artists
That's
there.
a little offensive.
No,
course.
No, it is offensive. No, they said that when women have babies, sometimes you have to take a break. Then
yeah,
come
but
back.
Yeah.
She took. That's what Lemonade was. Lemonade was her break.
I don't understand.
But you can't make
I
it. You
didn't
can't
mean
do
it like
work
that.
on
Can
your
I-
break.
can I-
Who says who?
I don't get
I didn't
Beyonce.
mean it like that.
I'm
just
not
joking.
into it. I'm not into Beyonce. I
Well,
understand.
thank
Why,
God.
no, I understand why people like her, but I just go,
Yeah, no,
and,
I get it.
And I just feel like other artists, J News, like, do you like Beyonce? Yeah, like, but
course.
I feel like people have to say that. It's
No,
like,
no,
you know how
not at
certain
all.
You
comics
don't
have
have
to,
to.
certain comics have to say, oh, we like so and so.
I say it flat out.
name.
No, like I see comics always say Gerard Carmichael's so good. The fuck out of here.
No.
He's
He's
specials.
interesting.
He's interesting. It's not interesting specials. It's
He's
not
a nice
interesting
guy.
club.
Definitely a nice guy.
I'm talking about his
See,
specials.
this is black on black.
Yeah,
Crime.
It is. You know
That's what Gerard
I
does.
apologize.
That's what he
I
does to people.
apologize.
None of-
What about Justin
Gerard
Bieber?
Carmichael is
Oh,
very
sorry.
funny. I'm
punching
sorry.
somebody out.
Justin Bieber.
They don't know whose
Like, I
voice
don't-
it is.
street cred.
I can say Black Pedro said it.
I don't understand. I don't understand Justin Bieber
so
either.
I didn't even quite hear about.
Like-
Do we know any details on
Yeah.
this? Like
Justin Bieber is always getting in trouble. Justin Bieber
Yeah.
punched some guy in the face at Coachella because he's trying to act hard. That's why he's getting all these tattoos and trying to hang out with a bunch of brothers. And he's going to run into the wrong dude.
yeah,
and
he's gonna get
How
knocked
much
out.
street
He's
cred
gonna
do you
get-
get by knocking somebody else out at Coachella?
Yeah, and what did he
Yeah.
look like? What did the guy look like?
All I know is that when he fell down, he had kale in his mouth. That's how tough. That's how tough the dude that was that Justin Bieber picks.
Birkenstocks.
Fuck out of here. Well,
He fell on his
Justin
man
Bieber.
bun.
yeah, exactly. His man bun
His
fell
man
off,
bun.
and then
It broke the fall.
And romper.
yeah, his
Yeah.
romper, and then the
If
knot,
I see a
in,
man
the
in a
knot in
romper,
his
I'll
shirt.
They're out there.
The knot in his shirt came loose. How about this, Justin Bieber? Why don't you run up on me? Run up on me, try to punch me in the face, because I want to buy a mansion and a pool
Is that a challenge?
inside my pool.
I bet if I were Justin Bieber, I'd want to punch everyone. I bet.
Yeah,
Like,
but
bet
I
so many
mean,
people
Justin
fuck with
Bieber,
him.
like, one, your music is suspect, and two, you suspect.
He would always do stuff and have his bodyguards hold him back. Like, hold me back. Hold me back.
yeah.
Do you think he gets
Have
a
a
lot
seat.
of shit for looking the way he does? Because he's
No.
he's like a good-looking white kid. So you're
There's
like,
a lot
fuck
of
that.
good-looking white kids that don't get that shit.
Yeah.
Stop it.
No. I'm
You
saying
don't have to be a dick. If he like, there's a rule. You
like
don't
if he
have
was
to be a
ugly,
dick.
I don't think people would give him as much shit. Like if he looked like
No,
that
the
guy
other
Ed
guy.
Sheeran.
No, what's the guy from that? Living like a rock star. What's his name? Huh?
Post Malone.
Yeah.
Post Malone. It
Hey.
rolls around. Nobody says shit to him. He's not ugly.
He's ugly. Post Malone's ugly.
Okay.
We talk-
got
we
it.
talking
He's
music.
pretty- He's pretty ugly.
Yeah, come on, man. What the fuck?
J News
I know. I was just trying to lead it in.
And I was like, wait a second. He Post Malone's ugly.
Yeah.
Post Malone. No,
But he gets shit too for
here-
being a white guy in hip hop.
Here's
Is that
my
what
thing.
it is?
I can't, and I invited J News back tonight because we're gonna be talking music. So, and your opinion would be valuable.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you noticed, I've been quiet about the Justin Bieber thing.
Are you the one who punched?
I literally just downloaded
does it
a
make
song
you
of his like
Shut
on Sunday.
up.
Dog.
He
Yeah, I
punched you.
should've
Shut
got,
up.
I have
Black
like
Pedro.
I have two
Black
Justin
Pedro,
Bieber songs.
we are making an announcement.
They're in my
that
playlist.
we're-
Because they're
we're-
catchy.
We're
They're radio
changing.
songs.
And honestly, I found I was
Here we
I was
go.
back home in Detroit.
You're not allowed to talk about music
Hold on,
anymore.
hold on.
Black Pedro.
Wait a second.
We're packing up. We're packing up my mom's house. My mom, after 70 years in
No.
Detroit, is pulling up roots. It's
No.
emotional time. So my sister and I were in this room packing up artwork and shit. And my sister had her little playlist on
No.
random or whatever. And this Justin Bieber song came on. What's it called? Love Yourself. That shit came on, and I was like, there was a couple of lines in it that I was like, what? Because I'm getting over a little breakup thing.
Yeah,
like,
so I'm about to- yeah, so am I.
and I was just like, if this long, there were like 2 lines in it that didn't ring true, but the rest of it, I was like, holy shit. I was like, this done. And I went over to her phone, like, who is this? She was like, Justin Bieber. I was like, no! No!
Pedro,
How do I
Pedro.
download it?
Okay, that one song
What's the
is
name of
good.
the song?
Wait,
Okay,
hold
that
on.
is a
what
good
album
song.
is it off?
Wait,
of?
hold on.
All right, I'm sorry. That's a good song.
We've been friends for like 15 years.
Dog.
You just lost your Burrito card. We can't hang.
bro.
I get it, but he makes hits because he has good producers.
Yeah, and
Beyonce
sometimes
has
people
hits because of producers.
Sometimes people write songs for you, but he is talented. He can
But you
play. He
can't-
can play
I know,
musical
but you can't
instruments. He
just-
can read.
You can't
he
punch
can sing.
somebody in the
You can't go
fucking
punch
face.
people in the face.
Of course not.
And you lucky-
Unless you do it like Beyonce did, which is with her whole total. I didn't even see the thing, but all I know is that like my feed was just filled with black girl magic, black woman pride.
It was dope.
They were about to form a Wakanda, like a woman kinda, like
It was
their own
dope.
thing. Like
It was good.
like. It was.
I don't
She
care.
had
I don't care.
black college bands
don't
out
like her,
there.
Kevin.
Like
I don't care.
the headline.
Sandy, do you like her?
Kevin likes headlines.
Do you like her?
Kevin likes headlines.
Yeah.
The headline I saw was Beyonce is bigger than Coachella.
It's true.
She is.
That is the whole thing I
Who
saw.
can follow her at Coachella with your little guitar?
I could follow her
coffee
with a
house
tight 10
talk?
minutes material. No, I can.
You know what I mean?
I could follow her if she was like walking down the street.
Well, she's a megastar.
Fuck her up.
Like, why are you comparing? I don't understand why
She's
people are
huge.
comparing Coachella to Beyonce. They're two totally different entities. It's like
Well, no, it is. You would think that
Yeah,
a person,
doesn't it-
any performer performing at a thing isn't necessarily bigger than the thing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
The thing should invite big names, but
She's bigger than the
way-
Grammys.
yeah,
I'm actually
she did a
shocked that she
2.5
did
hour
Coachella.
performance.
Because Coachella's a cool little vibe for some people, but I'm saying like
It's gotten huge.
yeah, but if you're an up and coming
Huge.
artist, it's
It's like
very
too big.
difficult.
It's too
Yeah. Oh
It's too
yeah.
big.
It's
gotten
difficult to
dumb.
get put on
It
right
is-
there.
Thank you. It is. Coachella's
Yeah,
dumb.
yeah.
I used to go when it was $60 a day.
Who owns
Who?
Coachella?
By the way,
Yeah.
his,
Yeah.
da- his
Fuck
daughter,
Coachella.
his daughter is a huge K-pop fan,
Nice.
Hilarious.
and I used to co-host a K-pop show.
Oh my God, you
Oh,
did?
yeah.
I know.
That's
Oh,
right.
That's
So-
amazing.
I know. And
Speak a lick. Don't speak a lick of
do you know
Korean.
do you know G-Dragon?
G-Dragon, yes.
You know G-Dragon?
I don't know personally. We met and
Oh my
all
God.
these people, and I did the fucking dumb Gangnam dance with Psy.
Yeah.
You know what? Hold up.
Stop.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Embrace
think
your
I'll do
other
it
side.
And you talking shit about Pedro and Justin Bieber? Hey man, your Frito burrito card is revoked.
Listen, but here's the thing.
Kevin did it for the
they
culture.
hired me. They hired me to play the quote unquote ugly American. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, who doesn't know about. So people would blast me. Like, there was 12-year-old girls who was like cursing me the fuck out. Like, he doesn't know anything about it.
Oh my
But that was my whole character.
That's Kevin's Korean,
and
by
I
the
kept,
way.
I kept playing it up, and then finally they got it, and I started to build a fan base. And the daughter of the Coachella founder, her and her sister were huge fans.
Oh,
Huge fans of K-pop. And the show, it was called Danny from LA, and I have never felt like intimidated
By 12-year-olds.
by like 15-year-old girls because I knew who their father was. And I was like, could you get me tickets? We can hang out, but not like hang out in that way.
'Cause
We can
that's creepy.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can get some boba. You know what I mean?
I'll shout out on the show.
But most people,
Yeah.
with the point that you said about the father, rich people own shit like that. Most rich people are
They don't.
conservatives.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Do you
A
know?
lot of times.
Right?
A lot of times.
A lot
Do you
of
mean?
times.
I mean, look at
Not
look
all
at
rich people, but the guy
least-
that
at
owns
least
Virgin,
fiscally, they
guy that
usually
owns
are.
Virgin
Yeah.
Airlines is not. He's not conservative.
Well, there are a number of not conservatives, rich old people who have come out and said, like the Disney chick, you know,
Well, what
who
she say?
have she's telling people how much money she is saving from this new tax break and how
shit.
and how much how much they benefit.
But she's
from
being
it.
honest.
And they
She's being
don't need
honest.
it. How much they don't need
She's
it.
also saying it's not going to help the people that come to my park.
Right.
Oh, that's a great
That's
PR
smart.
move.
That's
Yeah.
smart. That's
I mean, there are a
business
few
too.
people.
Yes.
A few people have come out and are doing videos that saying, "I don't need this money."
Right.
You
but
need
they're
this
not.
money.
But they're not giving it back. Let's be honest.
Yeah,
Some of
fuck
them
that.
are.
So
Some
maybe
of them
donating,
are,
donating,
like Warren,
donating it to
Warren
something.
Buffett is one of those guys who's openly.
He gets it. He
yeah,
gets
he
it.
gets it, and he's old.
Hey,
and he
let me-
lives in the
let me
Bronx.
tell you
know what
somebody
I
who
mean?
gets
like
it.
he's
You
one
know
of
who
the
else
good
gets
guys.
it?
Yeah.
I'm about to say.
I know what you're about to
you get
say.
it right now.
Uh-oh.
Who gets it?
Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Gets it. Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar
You get
won
paid.
a Pulitzer Prize.
Hey,
Prize
man.
winning.
He won a Pulitzer Prize
That's
for
amazing.
music.
Yes, sir.
One of the first, I think the first hip hop artist.
The first non-classical or
Non-classical.
jazz artist to ever win.
one of the dopest
A Pulitzer.
MCs out there.
Can I-
Logic,
Crazy.
J.
Okay,
Cole.
let me say one
Kendrick
thing.
Lamar.
I got to get this off my chest because when this album came out about a year ago, I swear to, and I've never done this in my life. I repeat songs a lot. I
Believe
listen to
me,
songs
I know.
over and over
I was
again.
in the car.
Yeah.
But I listened to this album over and over again. I'm not fucking with you for 3 months straight. This album blew my fucking mind. And if you follow me, I said it on Facebook that I apologize to the Chronic, but I said, "Damn" is the greatest hip hop album of all motherfucking time.
See, you're out of your mind right there. Okay. No.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you
not
one
the
thing.
Greatest. It's one of the greatest.
Let me see the next hip hop Pulitzer, dog. This is a fucking Pulitzer.
Hold on. Let's ask the rapper.
Yeah, man.
Like, what do you?
How do you
what
feel
do
about
think?
that? Jay News, holler at him.
Because I listened to your song.
Back me up, Jay News. I already know you won't agree with me. No.
Can I ask everyone here who's black? Wait, hold on.
I'm not black.
No, hold on. With Kendrick, does anyone remember when he used to just talk about fucking bitches? Right? Remember those songs?
That's everybody's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, when the fuck did he say,
like,
I don't want to do this?
I don't think he was. I think
that was one song with A$AP Rocky and 2 Chainz.
Yeah, is that what that is?
It's just one. It's not. That was never his total persona.
But it's like a weird jump. Like, when did he wake up and say, I am going to be this socially conscious?
He was always.
He was always like that.
Always intelligent artist.
Always like that.
He was always that.
J. Cole, all of them.
It's about opportunity.
He was actually probably a little bit more
Logic
inaccessible at the beginning, right? Like, he was probably a little bit more too esoteric at the beginning.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right. Yes. No, he
like
was.
even the previous album, To Pimp a Butterfly, like
that was a classic too.
I like that one. I like that one.
But it's a little bit out there. It's abstract. You know what I'm saying? So
I was just curious to get his opinion.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just letting you know that he won a Pulitzer, and for the people out there that
he's not even letting him talk.
What was the question?
Just like how do you feel about it? Like as a hip hop artist yourself, like I mean, this is historic.
Is that what you're striving
for? How do you feel about
for?
Kendrick? How do you feel about that album? How do you feel about it getting the Pulitzer, man?
I love it. It's a great thing for hip hop at the state that it's in right now. I mean, this generation, I don't want to say it, but it is kind of lost. Right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So to see that and him actually getting that is a huge accomplishment. Yeah. You know, and I respect him more because that's what I'm.
And literally,
put my footsteps for, you know.
And literally, Yachty is playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could, you can't hear it.
I can't hear it.
We have a contradiction in terms constantly.
We're trying to bring both sides together. We're trying to bring
if you're getting that money, get that money by all means.
Yeah. But no, Kendrick Lamar won it, and he wasn't invited to the Country Awards, which I'm really offended.
Why would he be invited?
Why wasn't Kendrick Lamar invited to the Country Awards? Because black people really don't like to go to the Country Awards.
Well, actually,
why is that?
Well, Darius Rucker.
Who did you just say one?
Hootie.
One guy.
And he gets mad if you call him Hootie.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's Darius.
I think though country music is kind of like being a cowboy, where it's become this really, really white thing, but like I think it's one of the things that got appropriated from black people, like
country music.
Bro, all music in this goddamn country, except for barbershop quartets and shit. And that was even probably us. On the corner, like, living just enough, you know, for the city.
But no, honestly, I think that, you know, when you look at country music, for some reason, it just reminds me of, even though it's contemporary, I still go,
I don't like it.
I don't either.
I understand
it's hard for me coming from the city to just embrace that shit.
I respect it in the fact that I get why people like it. To me, country music is like adult children's songs. It's like, and there's no edge, a lot of innuendo, a lot of like, hey,
she's
like my fancy car.
Yeah.
I want to ride her. I don't know what the fuck. I'm just.
I know. There are no hip hop songs like that.
Like I said,
I know. Well, that's what I'm saying. I guess I don't know. Everyone, you like what you like with music. It's just.
That's Kevin Shea.
I don't understand.
Listen, I know what you're saying, but I just think that. When you see someone at a level of Kendrick Lamar and you look at some of the country music, I just go, none of them have really moved the needle when it comes to like putting the knowledge of the world out there or talking about what people's struggles other than that little microcosm.
Taking poetry to high art.
Yeah, they're just I haven't seen a lot of country music take it to that level.
I mean, old school country.
What happens before and after you get drunk?
I walk down the street.
But you feel like all music should be trying to move?
No,
like
I'm saying that you should have at least one element of it, and country doesn't.
I don't think so. I think it just has to be entertaining.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I disagree, motherfuckers. And that's how that goes.
I'll tell you, country music is the one time in my life I've seen white people dance their ass off. We were in El Paso, and they were playing like hip hop or whatever, and the dance floor was whatever. They brought on that square dance music, and that shit packed in, and them motherfuckers was all over like up and down and round and round and kick that
fingers
heel
and belt holes and everything.
I agree, but I'm just saying I looked at the country awards and you saw the audience and I just thought, wow, this looks like
not even any brunettes.
This looks and not even
You just hate white people. You can just say
I
it.
don't hate white people.
I mean, they bug the shit out of me. I'm adopted by white
Are there a lot
people.
of white people at the
people.
BET Awards?
Yes.
They're called fucking agents.
Managers, settle down.
Yeah, the managers
I
get
don't hate white people. By the way, if anybody believes I hate white people, I don't hate white people. I hate a
white bitches and cocaine.
I
What you talking about?
hate a select group of white people that are supremacists that have that mentality. I absolutely hate them. I'm not apologizing for hating them. And my hate is a return hate. It's a hate because you hate me.
Right, exactly.
So now I hate you. So
So mature hate.
Fuck you, feed you rocks, and take
I don't
you
like,
swimming.
wait, I don't like hipsters though. I don't like white hipsters. They're annoying. They're a little annoying.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're a
Well,
little
see,
annoying.
then that's your
maybe we should
segment
do-
of white hipsters.
This is our kill yourself? I think
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
they're
yeah.
saying.
This is the
This is
kill
part of
yourself
your.
list.
This is kind of something we can throw out.
But for a comedic note, from talking about comics, and he actually was a magician comic. Harry Anderson from Nightport. Very, very, very smooth, funny guy. He died at 65 in his house. Nothing weird happened. He wasn't hanging from a door with like underwear around his throat.
Pigeons came out the wrong hole. He was like, abracadabra.
But I want to send condolences to the family because he was a really funny actor / comedian.
And on that
And we're
point,
running out of time, people. So
Are we gonna do kill yourself real quick?
yeah.
So
Just real quick.
we're gonna go ahead and say Kevin's our hipsters. Kill
Hipsters.
yourselves, right?
Okay.
Who you got, Sandy?
She doesn't know. She has to.
People that
Shang,
you,
what did Shang say? Shang said certain white people.
It would be hipsters.
Yeah, racist white people. Absolutely
white
kill
people.
yourself.
Hipsters
Pedro?
who call themselves baristas.
All right.
If you're a barista, fuck you.
You made a list.
Real quick, I just have somebody very specific. It's Florida State Representative Kimberly Daniels, who thanks God for slavery. She's a black woman.
yeah.
Thanks God for slavery. She said, if it wasn't for slavery, I might be somewhere in Africa worshiping a tree. Kill yourself.
Kill yourself.
Kill yourself.
Die, bitch, die.
And that's savage as fuck.
That was savage. Really, she did that?
Yeah, she did that.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
saw
know
that.
what? Again, she's Cage.
Kimberly
Fuck that
Daniels.
Man, that's quite a take.
That was Cage.
You gotta give it for she said it.
Fuck
She
her.
actually said it.
That needs to be a category. Who
That was-
goes into the
You didn't read that
coon cave?
headline?
Yeah, goes in the
that
Cage.
should be it. The coon
But
cage.
check this out. This is Savage as Fuck on Dash Comedy on Dash Radio.
Yeah.
You see, you made me laugh right there. I'm sorry. Make sure you listen to us Wednesdays.
Wednesday, 7 and 9 p.m.
7
Pacific
to 9
Standard
p.m.
Time.
Yes, and we also are going to be. You're going to be able to download it soon on iTunes. So,
Re-airing on Friday
iTunes?
nights, 7 and 9 as
iTunes,
well.
yes, but
Pacific
not
Standard Time.
very soon. But I want you to listen to it Wednesdays and
listen
Fridays,
hard.
7
And
to
listen
9 p.m.
hard.
Thank you so much for bringing the music in. Thank all you. I'd like
Thank
to
you, thank you,
our
thank you.
guest, Kevin Shea.
All I guess, Kevin Shea.
And Sandy Brown.
Sandy Brown.
We will see you next week. Savage as fuck.
But what you do if it felt right? Couple white bitches on me with my dark shades on, black leather jacket with the straps like a bomb. Man, I feel like Jesus Shuttlesworth. Man, I feel like he just got game.